Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of the Eldritch of Etos. Where we left off last time, before you the huge purple kind of magical door crumbles and falls away, opening to reveal in a white wedding dress Nimue with the Stormfire Ring on her hands. Now, the ring is, I have a picture of it somewhere up in the chat. I will repost it. It is a beautiful blue ring, golden, embossed with gold.
Found it.
Also, this picture does not capture entirely, though. In the center part, where the biggest blue gem is, that gem is kind of pulsating and shifting, almost if someone had trapped a fire or a storm cloud in there and it was kind of brooding and shifting. We have everyone here. Ashton, Nimue, Mankar, Beatrix, Sofia. They're all standing here. There's also Ori. He's tall. He's tall and lean in his Watchman's kind of leather jacket, and he is just staring at the ring. All of you are just kind of drawn into it. And I want knowing checks from everyone, please. And tell me what you rolled, because I'm not reading that.
2.
4.
13. Or actually, 14.
What'd you get, Ems?
God damn it. Okay, cool. 14.
14.
Sorry, it seems when I paste it, it disappears from my thing.
Okay, no worries.
You gotta fucking recopy it every time.
So, both Cameron and Emma add 2 to your knowing skill. You feel like a chill go down your spine as something within the ring, like, just resonates with you, and you almost hear someone speaking to you, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I cutting out?
You're going slightly
Yeah,
computer.
you're kind of going out and in.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Get a better connection, Nathan.
why does my house have worse internet than a hotel?
You have worse internet than my barracks. What are you talking about?
I was about to say, that's impressive.
Okay, I'm hacking in the Matrix. Give me a sec. Oh, and I'm gone. Can't even hear me anymore. None of you can hear me. I'm out. Ooh. Hello? Can you hear me? No, we're not back at this. Type in the chat if you can hear me. We can't be back to this. I was just here. God damn it. Why do they always come back? I haven't changed anything. This is an outrage. This is rank and rank insolence. That's still working. I'm just alone here. Just all on my own. Hello? Hello? God damn it. I'm all alone. So alone. Yeah, that's working.
I vote against that.
Aha! Fantastic!
Yeah.
Oh, no. Everybody stop talking.
Okay, so we're back, and I've got a connection this time. So now we're running. Alright. Horace. No, not Horace. Ori like puts his hand to his head and just kind of rubs his face a bit and just. Alright, lass. Where did you get that pretty thing?
My eyes are up here. Get your eyes off the ring for one. I don't think you're gonna believe me if I tell you.
You might be surprised, but I've heard all sorts today.
How did you get?
Oh, and I'm gone.
How'd you guys go?
Give me a sec. Wow. What the fuck am I? What do you mean? Not connected.
It's just
What is this? Stop hissing, Ems. God damn it all. Hello?
how was your day?
This is infuriating. Who designed this?
Chip. donuts. It was great.
Who, in the name of all heaven and hell, why do I even have internet? Why do I even have internet? God damn it. It's so infuriating. Why do I have worse Wi-Fi than the barracks? Who thought? Who thought? I'm livid. No, this is all being recorded. Please answer, Dad. I'm begging you. Please, I'm begging you. 1, 2, 0. Huh. Never mind. I just got the Wi-Fi password. Sorry. Bye.
Like driving?
I have
or
returned.
on light rail?
Yeah, driving.
Let us return to
you?
the story. I'm on the different Wi-Fi now. The
Why?
better one. Alright. I think I've heard all sorts today. Mind enlightening us?
Well, I'm gonna like cover the ring with my other hand. How'd you guys get past like those goblin things, ignoring like Ori?
Don't ignore me, lass. I'm a watchman. I think you better listen.
Well,
I'm
you killed a
asking
lot of
again.
I just survived an encounter with a dragon, so like my ego is kind of inflated right now.
Where'd it go? Where is it right now?
I'm still trying to figure that out. My mind's a bit kind of fractured, shattered.
Scrambled eggs.
Crikey,
Yeah,
mate, we'll
that's the
figure
word.
it out. We gotta get out of here.
I want a
think
chunk of
that's
that
a good
dragon.
idea. Although, I wouldn't mind giving me a tour of what's behind you. Behind where Nimue has been standing, the corridor continues to like 20 feet or so to an old wooden door. It doesn't have a lock on it, just a handle. Are we here just for the ring? I believe there could be other artifacts.
Well,
I don't know why we're here.
Well, our party is here to investigate
And steal.
investigate Targ's stash.
oh, that's right.
One
He's
of
got more
my
money.
higher ups was a bit interested in him. He reportedly has a huge stash of kolos here somewhere.
That's quite right, and I'd be interested in some of those items as well. But, miss, why didn't you take the ring off real quick? There's no reason to... It's not wise to wear such powerful items on you, on your person.
What does it do?
Can she
Yeah,
take it
like
off?
I'm not gonna. I can't take it off.
Why don't you give it a good try for me? And he puts his hand on the strange metallic device at his hip.
Well, you know what? You make a good bargain. I'll try to take it off.
Give me a knowing check, please, Master Brink.
That's Sir Dr. Professor Master Brink.
I need a voice
You
channel
got-
that's called like the pit.
Oh,
that I
Lord.
put- Oh jeez. You pull on the ring and you feel a sharp spike of pain. Take 2 tokens of damage.
Nice going.
I want that tokens reinforced, Ori.
So you can't take it off. Oh, this is just
We'll have to
getting
cut-
better and better. Means you're part of the merchandise now, Miss Nimue, or whatever your name is.
That was a great guess.
It felt right.
It's a very common name.
Not back east.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing? You're standing here, you're standing in kind of where this magical door is faded away in the ruins of this old city, and before you is the wooden door. So you have a couple options, of course. I mean, you could do anything you want. You could start a small business down here if you guys really felt you were going for it.
What is
I
it
mean,
in small businesses?
I don't know. I'm just trying to give options. You guys
He's
could
an
head out of the
entrepreneur,
city.
okay?
You
Yeah.
could go through the door. What are you guys feeling?
Where's the door at?
It's right behind Nimue. So where this like purple barrier kind of fell away, Nimue was standing there in kind of the frame of that barrier, but behind her is a doorway.
Well, Or are you?
Let's go to the door.
Do you know what's behind
Crikey,
the door,
Nimue. Yeah, what's behind there?
Oh, I have no idea. I just came out of a coffin.
Go.
Oh.
Let's find out.
Lovely.
Oh boy, here we go.
Who's going first?
I'm the merchandise, so apparently I'm too valuable to go first.
I'll second.
Why
that.
doesn't Sophia go first?
Because I'm not.
Are you suggesting that I send my protege down there?
Why not? She could
Wired
use the
man.
experience.
He has a
got a
point,
point.
but should we have the big one open the door? I feel
I
like
second that.
Nah.
I mean, I'll do it.
first to the treasure, right?
I say we let the guy with the thunder weapon open it first.
Oh, I think.
What? Nah. I ain't gonna do that.
Got like 0 strength. Why would you suggest?
My strength literally is 0.
I
Wait, I was
believe
talking about Ori.
Ashton is
So
the
I should note as a
strongest
DM that I am this episode is much more timed than a lot of the rest I will be doing. So I am just keeping track of how much time you guys are spending doing things.
Crikey,
Okay.
well, Ashton, open the
Ashton,
door.
open the door.
Well,
I open the door.
Okay, no one checked for traps. Good
I was
job.
about to say that. Damn it.
So as Ashton, as you step on the plate in front of the door, it like moves down like a pressure plate, and a huge spike just comes through from one of the sides of the walls and just like impales through you. Take a bar of damage.
Do you have armor or anything?
Doesn't she have plate armor?
I don't think she's wearing plate mail. What are you wearing?
I did not have plate mail. I had something, but it was on my character sheet, which I
I think
don't.
you had leather, right?
I think
you had
that sounds about
leather,
right.
but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just got impaled by a spike. We'll move that down
It just
to
bounces off, right?
move that down to a solid 2 tokens. Your leather armor's done. So
Damn it.
so what does
Well,
everyone
you
can
learn,
everyone
you
give me
live.
can everyone like just type in keep on rolling like what their health is at, or just tell me one down. So Ashton, what are you on? What's your health? Okay, I guess you are all typing it. Never mind. 3 tokens, 3 tokens, 2 tokens. Oh wow. Okay.
Wait, is this in total, or is this what we're down?
I mean, before we go, I have like the basic herb.
Yeah, well,
skill.
sorry. Was this how much you have left, everyone?
No,
No,
this is how much I've
this is
taken.
how much I've taken.
Oh, thank goodness.
This is how much I have left.
Oh no.
I could do the
Oh.
I could do the herb skill to help out
Feeling
Ashton.
good, feeling great.
Ori is just like has his head in his hands. You are none of you are really meant for this life, were you? None of you are really meant to be here. That's a
Why don't you
dungeon.
mind your own business, Ori?
It's a
I
door
got
in a
m-
dungeon. You didn't check it for traps. What are you doing?
Listen,
I belong
Instead of-
down here, alright?
If anyone would care to slow down, we might be better off.
Well,
On a
let's
time. A
Let's
timer.
tend to your wounds. First of all,
that's probably a good idea.
Nimue.
Nimue, didn't
already-
the old woman teach you some things?
Yes.
Help me.
Now, everybody stand back. I don't need that much space. I go over to Ashton.
I'm staying where I am, thank you very much.
I go over to Ashton and I kind of do like, just like plug up the wound.
Good. She stops bleeding.
Appreciate it.
Well, while they're doing that, I'm gonna check the door for traps to see if there's any other spooks that are
Give me
about
an
to
Now
insight
you
check
check for sure.
with advantage. So just you can just put 2d20 and then pick the highest.
What would that be? Insight?
Yeah.
Alright, 14.
The door is trapped.
Oh, crikey, mate. There's a trap here.
Oh shit.
Nimue looks to the spike.
I would like to see if there are any different traps than the one that Ashton just
Just the
ran
one.
into.
Just the one.
Okay, that's what I was checking for.
Okay, sorry.
Hey. Yeah,
Just got this
So,
image.
We step on the plate again, the spike kills another one.
yeah.
Okay.
Nathan's very good at sand.
Mankar, you disengaged the trap. This is nothing too complex. You've disengaged a gazillion of these in your time.
But you couldn't tell it was there before I stepped on it?
You better
it
give
was
him
a
a chance to
look-alike.
get to the door.
Well, this is a lesson in patience.
I agree. Now, let's be
Yes.
calm. If this is truly the treasure, and we should keep a careful eye out, you know?
I would like to point out that the treasure would not be guarded simply by something of this caliber.
No, but I don't think you're
This
searching.
is-
Well, let's go find out what
pathetic.
else it's got to buy.
I think you're searching for Targ's treasure, not the dragon's treasure.
Oh, I already found that. It's guarded by a dragon.
The treasure was his heart.
No shit. She already got that, it
Oh,
seems. I squint at the wedding dress and the ring on her third finger of the left hand.
You know, he's a really nice guy, once you get to know him.
Camera cuts to like the dragon smoking a cigarette back in his cave. Anyways, sorry.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Annalise. Someone got it. Alright, so
I get it. It's a bestiality joke.
Yeah, and I'm offended.
Thank you.
Ha ha ha.
A man of culture.
French laugh.
Yes.
Where's that?
What is this groovy boy doing?
I don't know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Wrecking my ears,
I'm
that's
gonna
what.
kick him.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
I kicked him. Alright. It's just me.
Viral loop.
It's just me.
Fuck.
What are you guys doing? You're just standing outside this door. Ashton, you've stopped bleeding. Congratulations. Your leather armor's ruined. Nimue is standing there with arterial blood covering her wedding dress, and a very symbolic gesture. Mankar is pointing at the spike that is still sticking out of the floor, covered in Ashton's blood, and going, "Crikey, mate, it's a fucking trap." And Horace is just having a panic attack.
God, you called him Horace again.
Well, he'll just perpetually switch between the two. While you guys are doing this, like Sofia steps
Does he
through,
have dual personality problem?
kind of tiptoes through you guys and pushes open the door. It makes a creaking sound.
Oh, crikey, he's got a double hinge.
Yeah, you're pulling out your WD-40 to just clean the
Yes,
store
I
up.
am actually.
This is clearly some ancient tech.
Inside this room, it's a small stone room full of treasure chests, like
Shit.
brimming full. There's got to be 20 treasure chests in this room.
I check like just the space in front of us for traps.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
2 seconds.
Drew.
Oh, God damn it! Fucking type, you bastard.
The tension.
Woo! Okay, that was
Nice.
insight, right?
There are no traps in this room.
Yeah, that was a 23 altogether.
I'm suspicious.
I'm gonna try to open a treasure chest
Whoa,
while
wait.
checking
That's
it for
check.
traps.
Do mimics exist?
Don't do
in
it
this?
while. Check for traps before.
And do mimics exist in this?
Boy, we need to
planet?
save time.
We're not in too much of a hurry.
I mean, I don't know who else could be down here with us besides the little blue bastards up back behind us a bit away.
I mean, there's also Nimue's bow. But,
Oh, good point. But I mean, this is chump change when it comes to dragons, you know. I don't
yeah,
think you
but
miss
still,
this is
Well, I'm alright with
if you're
chump
going to
change.
open
The
one,
money
check
and
it
run.
before.
And they might be
Take the money
mimics.
and run. Take
Yep.
the money and run.
I agree with Ashton.
I check the
Take
nearest
the money.
chest.
you put you kind of get. It takes quite a bit of strength because these chests are huge. And you just
Who's doing
pry
that?
open the lid of the closest chest, and with this huge thunk, it opens. The chest is full of nothing.
God damn it.
There are
Alright,
19
well,
other
I'm
chests.
opening
in
the
here.
next one
You have
after
found.
checking it for traps.
You have found an unfortunate pattern with this room. Chest after chest is completely and utterly empty. Until you get to the final chest in the room, farthest from the door. You,
After checking it for traps.
don't worry about it. It doesn't have traps. Who's opening
Okay.
it? No,
I will.
okay. You open up this final chest, and there is like a few things at the bottom. It is there's a note. First of all, there is a little portrait, like a family portrait of Targ and his wife and his like 16 kids. They look very happy.
Holy cow.
Is it 16 or 16 and a half?
16 and a half. It was an unfortunate incident. Anyways, so
Did it involve an ice pick?
yes,
Certainly.
it did. Anyways, so as you guys are there looking at it, you see a note on
None
the
of us can
ground.
read.
Sophia
I can read.
You can
can
read a
read?
bit, Brink. Not
Oh,
I
okay.
can read a bit.
Wait, can Targ write?
you don't know. Yeah, good
We didn't
point.
ask him that.
God damn it! Why did I make
Wait.
this stupid literacy rule?
Please, can we just get rid of it?
No. We're gonna keep it.
Okay, it
We're
gives
gonna
us
keep
too many laughs.
it. Okay, so as you
The
open up
laughing is fun.
No, I got this. I got this. I got this. As you
Are you
open
doubting
up the chest, there's a
Katasi?
small statuette at the
Ah.
bottom of the
What is it of?
right next to the family portrait. In fact, the family portrait has been like poked over the statue. The statue is like punched through it. It's of like a tiny little man. It's very, very, very detailed.
What does the man look like?
Like it's worth that much.
I mean, it's made of like stone. I mean, it might get you like 15 kolos, but not much. He looks
That's three
like
times as much as I have.
he looks like a bandit, wearing leather armor. He's got that's the stupidest thing. He's got 2 eye patches on, and he's wearing a short sword and has a crossbow strapped to his back. And as you guys like get closer to get a good look at him, he comes to life, and starts talking to them. Hey, Targ, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? Guess what? We took all your treasure. Remember that time you double-crossed me 15 years ago? Well, guess what? The swoop gang's got you back now. You'll never find your treasure. Never. We got it. And we're
What
never
the
giving
heck?
it back.
Well, mate, I bet the dragon found that guy.
What do you mean? The dragon never found me, mate. Wait, wrong accent. I'm walking here. There we go. I got it back. Hey. No, well, the dragon never caught me. They left me behind to give a message. You're never going to get the treasure back.
Well,
I'm gonna
where
pick
is
up
it?
This guy and put him in my pocket. And just keep
Hey,
him.
don't pick me up. Who are you? Targ, you have very, very, very big hands. I don't remember your hands being this big. I mean, I don't know why I would know how large they are. But look.
Just gonna like tie a shoelace around his mouth so he shuts up.
Well, that went poorly.
I'm gonna read the note.
There's no note. I switched it out for the statue.
Oh, all right.
I like that.
Yeah. Now, well, man, I don't know how they managed to leave behind one of their own as a tiny little statue, but maybe he knows something.
Nah, probably not.
Take
Let's
the
get
goddamn
going.
shoelace out of his mouth for a minute.
I don't care. I just wanted the money. That's all I wanted. That's why I'm here.
Can I do an?
Well, mate, how much do you think a talking statue can bring you?
I
That's
don't
a good
know,
point.
but probably knows where they hid it, if anything. I just want to get out of here, honestly.
Let's get going then.
It's a good idea.
Room.
Are we gonna bring the statue with us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's the new Targ.
As you,
So we can just die.
so as you guys are,
Yeah.
you guys are walking along. You've got a little statue boy in your pocket. He's making a fuss. He's trying to climb out, but I'm assuming you've just tied him up with shoelaces. And
I'm gonna flick him in the temple.
Kill him.
That doesn't knock him out.
yeah, sure. And he's just knocked out.
Get wrecked, mate.
He's frozen back into stone in like the most awkward position to
Yeah.
have stuck in your pocket.
Perfect.
Like you're not gonna be able to get him out.
Well, I don't care. This guy just knocked out by a guy with 0 strength.
You're gonna take that as part of your self-esteem boost. Well, it has been a pleasure doing business with all of you. I'm afraid we have a wee bit. So you guys are walking through like the ruined city, and Ori is just making conversation. We have a wee bit of a conflict of interest going on.
And what
Now,
might that be?
I need that ring, and I need it for my group, and that's why I was sent down here. And I'd like to take it from you, but I don't want to hurt any of you, as all you helped me out. It does seem to be attached to your friend here.
Yes, it is.
We
What
could.
are
She can afford to lose a finger.
I can pay
She's
for that
got
finger.
10. I mean,
Let's see. Do you really want to piss off a dragon?
I've done probably worse, so don't mind, but I prefer not to make enemies, you know. So, let's see.
Yeah, but the thing
How
is,
much do you want for a finger? Or you could
No.
come with me to the Watchman base that I operate out
Yeah.
of.
now
Right,
I do
okay.
have one point.
Listen, buddy. We have a conflict. Yeah, you're right with the conflict of interest. I want to keep my finger, and I really don't want to go with you either.
You're not gonna get that finger. I'm trying to give you an option of how much are you willing to lose for it? 'Cause I'll pay you for it, or I'll take it off your corpse. But I don't want that.
Oh, that's interesting, mate.
if you pay me, I'll help.
I might consider that. Look, I really don't want to fight. This isn't posturing. If none of you have heard the legends about Watchmen, then you haven't been paying attention.
No, I've seen
Well,
Watchmen. I know that you can
let's
kill
not
us all
start
pretty
this.
easily.
I don't know what you're talking about with this Watchman and whatnot, but it seems to me like you're trying to take my buddy's finger.
I'm not trying to take his finger. I'm going to take his finger. I'm trying to make
Did
a
you
good
just
deal
call
out
her
of it.
a him?
I'll call
Yeah,
him
I
a
just
hero.
Assume.
Oi, mate. I don't know what these things are, right? I've been underground my whole life.
Now, here's the deal. When I
Really
tried to take the
underground.
ring off, I got hit. So it obviously wants to stay on. Something could happen if you try to cut my finger off.
Well, then come with me to my base. I can pay you all handsomely. And promise a good adventure on the way.
Let's go.
Well,
All right,
I
let's get
kinda
out of
wanna
here
keep
before
my
we decide
finger,
this.
So I'll kind of keep going with you.
Fair enough. So you guys are heading back as you you're moving through the town. When you arrive back at where the temple should be, where King Tut should be, but the geography is all changed. You're now in this huge. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. This massive cavern filled with walkways, going from level to level to level. And it's just this immense area. Just what little light you guys have isn't really piercing the area.
Up we go.
Yeah.
Everyone give me a
we-
dex check. And again, I'm just listening to your audio right now. I'm pacing, so just tell me what it is, one at a time, preferably.
19.
Okay. Just tell me once you've rolled.
Whoa,
18.
nat 20.
Nice.
Nice. 18. Good job. Good job.
Oh wait, I'm a roll for critical.
Good job.
Oh, right, thanks.
Good job.
Nope.
Alright, so everyone's doing well. Yeah, you guys are all climbing along.
Can I do an insight check for that weird puppet monster thing?
Yeah, give me a roll.
24.
It's hard to see anything in this darkness, but you do feel like you're being watched.
Guys, we should keep an eye out for the thing that took Targ's dead body, and is the homunculi.
Well, mate, if it's made of flesh, it can be electrocuted.
That's a good point.
But still, we shouldn't let it sneak up on us.
All of you see a red glow kind of slowly starting from down below you guys.
A what?
Oh, let's go.
Is it hot?
It's very far down. This is imagine a huge column that is maybe a mile in diameter, maybe a little more. Filled with these walkways going up and down and diagonal and sideways. And you guys have been going for 40 minutes up this corridor, and deep below where it was pitch black, you can see a very dull orange glow spreading up and up and up.
Well, that looks like the devil's water to me.
Will it get you
Some-
high?
Some
5,
call it magma.
4.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, let's go up. Let's go up. Let's go
Let's
up.
go.
Yeah.
Dex checks, everyone, please. Make them quickly as well. Have it on your copy paste, and I just want to hear them.
4.
Okay, Mankar slips in his hurry and falls, tumbling
I
through the
grab-
walkways.
I got a 25, but I did not get a critical.
Okay,
22.
okay.
Dex, 17.
Okay, Mankar, you slam onto one of the walkways on your back. Take 2 tokens. Just bam, breath knocked out
Crikey.
of you.
That's the same as getting spiked in the side.
That's
Yeah.
pretty bad. Horace kind of scrambles down and picks you up. Alright, mate, calm down. Can't lose you now. And is starting to help you. Is trying to help you pulling you up as this. Now you can see this huge plume of fire is just rushing upwards. Horace puts his back against one of the walkways and just watches the fire rush past in this huge swell of heat. And I'm assuming all of you guys are doing similarly.
Yeah.
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 Crikey.
Each of you are going to take a token of just heat.
Oh boy. All right.
So all of you just get singed, and the smell of burning hair fills this whole place. The fire finally stops, and you guys are just left kind of smoking in this alleyway. Not this alleyway, on this kind of tangled mess of walkways.
Well, mates, let's keep going up before one of those comes again.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Let's go.
Give me dex checks once more.
Oh boy. All right, 17.
11.
Ooh,
12.
okay. Annalisa?
8.
8?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Ashton, you slip on one of the rocks and just face plant on one of the walkways. Take a token.
As you do. I'm at 2 tokens left.
Yeah.
Just
So as you guys
Right,
pull
you do
yourself from the
anything.
top of the walkways, you're on a stairway, and it's the stairway that led to the big pit that you guys started at. It's the stairway that goes up to the top of the tower.
Well,
with
mates,
these strange
let's try to go
old-timey
up.
calligraphy written on the walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
that flesh
This
thing is
is-
probably in here, but let's go.
Let's keep an eye out.
I'm gonna
check
make
the
an
traps.
insight real quick.
Yes, give me an insight.
See if I notice anything different. Well, actually, I guess I wasn't on the walkway the first time, so that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's true. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I wasn't there either.
so where you guys are heading up the stairs? What do you? Sorry, I just missed what you were doing. What are you guys doing?
All right, Nimue, Ashton, you guys recognize this
go.
place?
Yeah, I mean, I can check to see if it's the same way it was before.
Yeah, give me an insight
I
check.
have 5 inside, so we can
Ooh,
definitely.
Ashton.
14.
14 from Brink. You can do a check too, Annalise, if you'd like.
I wasn't here, so I don't
I,
think
don't, I can't do math. It's 12.
Okay. So Nimue, you look around. Nothing feels too different. Without thinking, you see a spark of the ring on your hand spark, and you are basically gonna get a +10 to your roll. So you can see that something is watching you, and it's not the great presence that was watching you on the walkways. It is something else watching you in more of a hunter-prey sort of sense, but it's not ready to attack. It's waiting. And you get that
Everybody-
sense just for a second.
so
And
watching
it just
from
fades.
behind us.
Almost
Everybody
as if
circle
you're,
up.
Almost as if you're
Alright.
your senses just expanded outwards. For everyone else watching Nimue, her eyes glowed blue, really bright, unnatural blue, just for a second.
What did
Okay,
you
so
see,
I'm gonna
Nimue?
charge my pole.
Listen,
and
guys,
ready
your
my
avatar
halberd.
is talking to you. We need to circle up right now. We're being hunted.
Alright.
Ori pulls out
Are we
a
walking
strange
still?
metallic object, and you hear a couple clicks.
I draw my bow.
I say we get out of here right now. Sound like a good
Yep.
plan,
Yes.
everybody?
That's
agree,
good.
yeah.
This
From
is the path forward, so we have it.
From
Let's go.
Ashton's pocket, you hear a.
I untied
He's
the
awake
thing.
again. I thought he
Hey.
got cooked.
I almost did get cooked. Hey, look, let's talk later. Get us out of this spooky cave, okay? I don't want to be here no more.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
need to add anything. Be
Oh,
quiet.
sorry. I'll shut up. We'll talk later, okay?
You owe us for
Maybe.
something for getting you out of
Let's
that.
go.
Hey, hey.
Let's
So
go.
you guys move up the walkway. And you are on the tower. You see light again for the first time in like a good number of hours, maybe 10 hours of dungeoneering. And then for you, Mankar, this is an incredible, pretty blinding experience, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm putting on my sunglasses.
Bam, problem solving.
What a cool kid.
You guys are standing up there, and it feels good. It's about sunset in time.
We need to get back to that town now, or find Shirtu.
Let's
Yeah,
go
I'm
to
about
that
to die.
woman's
Let's do
house.
that.
It's a good idea.
We didn't seem too terribly welcome in the actual town, but she seemed quite welcoming in her own way.
So
We
you
can
guys
have this
gonna
discussion while we walk.
Move.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are moving along the kind of the fissures. It's getting dark quick. Everyone's keeping an eye out, I'm assuming, with weapons drawn, but there's still an uneasy sense. Below
for
you,
snakes.
you see the tower that you were in, like, shift and fall deeper into the fissure until you can't see the top of the tower. Like, it just crumbles down into the darkness. There's no going back there.
Damn it, we lost the gold. We lost all the money.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for a cave just in case we don't make it back in time.
You
when
do
it gets
see
dark.
Bernadette's house, a hollowed out stalactite hanging off of one of the edges of the fissures.
Okay.
Everyone
I'm gonna
give
do
me,
like
actually, I want an insight check from Emma. Yeah, Emma and Ashton, and Emma and Annalisa. Both give me insight checks.
Woo!
18.
22.
Damn, girls. Okay, this place. So as you look at it, something's wrong with this structure. Something's not quite right. There's no
Is it
one
the
there.
same structure?
It is the same structure. The windows are all broken, and you can smell like a little bit of smoke. Someone's been here and they haven't been kind to the place.
Someone trashed the place.
Someone freaking destroyed the person I was gonna try to kill a dragon for. That sucks.
You hear kind of in somewhere from inside the house like,
I dash off.
no. We
Oh,
need to go.
was
we
there
need to
anything
go
cool in
safely. It could be an ambush. There's healing equipment in there.
Well,
Let's just go.
we need that, but I don't really want to die
Everybody?
for it.
It could be an ambush. We should
Let's
go
get outta
through
here.
cautiously.
I suggest that Nimue and I check before we go in.
Good
Yeah.
idea.
Sorry about the mess. Packing your...
give me your insight checks. Emma and Brink.
22.
I got a 10.
Okay. Nimue,
Okay.
you're still
Oh wait,
feeling...
don't I get plus? Do I get plus 10 to my next roll?
No, you only get that when the ring gives it to you. So
Oh, okay.
you are still like a little out of it from that experience. So you're just sitting there in your blood-stained wedding dress, just feeling the vibe. Emma,
Hi.
Sofia is quickly at her side, hand on her sword. You guys have been through countless battles.
Yes.
You don't feel like there's an ambush. You're not getting that sense.
Here's the other room.
You're not getting the the tingles on the back of your neck
All
that
right,
you normally
then
would.
I rush in. I'm trying to save her. And this one has a
Sophia's like covering you, kind of on your heels.
all
The
go back
house
and
has
move.
been trashed. All the ingredients have been just slashed and burned and thrown on the floor. The old like herbalist Bernadette, she is on the floor and she has clearly been like cut down. She's bleeding out of a mortal wound.
This is water. So is this like a last words scenario?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
unsavable.
I mean, I'll go in and just like, even though I know I'm not gonna do anything, just try to patch it up for like more support.
You are being hunted.
By what?
I do not know all that pursues you, but there are swordsmen on their way. They have taken the town. I could not stop them. There was one. A Reeve. He seeks you.
Who specifically? Me?
And she.
What's his
Don't
name?
She's
chase.
done. She's gone.
I'm gonna kind of like, I'll say a prayer to the goddess for her actually.
You notice that as you like put up the prayer, Horus like just kind of crosses his arms and turns away a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
assuming all
check-
of you are around the body.
Wait,
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Me, I'm
You've got a
sending
Reeve.
her soul.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, you go,
Oh.
Brink. I miss.
Oh, I'm just sending her soul to the next life. A little
That's a pretty cool
farewell.
power. What does that mean?
It's more symbolical for me, but for others, I guess it's real.
Hey,
Oh, all right.
Dirt Chugger.
I'm keeping
On
an
this
eyeball
we
on the
agree.
door.
They have some strange customs.
Here,
Yeah, a
I'm
bunch of
gonna look
weirdos, if you
around-
ask me.
I agree.
I'm gonna look around her house for some supplies.
It's
but we're gonna get out of here
100%
pretty fast.
destroyed. Everything's been
Okay.
very systematically destroyed.
Even
We
the
can-
non-herbalist stuff?
Yes. The whole
Okay.
place has been ransacked.
Here, we need to get out of this town and we need to leave now. We need to find a place to shelter for the night. I don't want to deal with a Reeve.
Good with me. What's a Reeve?
You know those two?
We'll
Like,
explain on the way. They're
Alright.
like us, but more powerful.
I feel like they wouldn't come back here if they destroyed everything.
I mean, they might.
So what are we
Yeah,
heading?
For
because
what?
they have a
I
way
mean,
of
there's
finding
only
out where we are.
the nice thing about fishers is there's only two ways. We can go that way. He points towards the direction of the town you guys passed through, or that way, the direction kind of that would go past the ruins of the castle. If you wanted to
We
head
should
back
go
to
to
that,
the town. She said they took over the town.
Then they could still be there and they're hunting us.
Yes.
we could send out scouts.
I'm low-key dying. We need to...
That sounds like a split up scenario to me.
There is an
Uh,
opportunity. Have any of you heard of Striders before? Now, all of
I
you
would
have
have, right?
heard about Striders, except no, even Mankar, because some of the Depthgrovellers have them. They're basically like huge. They're the biggest type of insect on Etos. They're gigantic insect. Think of like a big octopus head with these long 6 like insect legs. And basically,
Lovely.
well, what they're used for is really quick, long-distance travel. So you could get on the back of a Strider, and it would just boom, 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 boom. It can move you pretty quickly across Etos and take you to different temples and different areas. Now, if
They're a delicacy far back east.
Would it be able to take? Would it be able to? Do you have access to one of them?
potentially there
Could it take us
is-
back to...
Well, there
Yeah.
is an abandoned
Nathan?
temple near here, and I think I heard of one last time I saw one. The other option is, I know one of you mentioned you were working at a temple, the Kieran Temple. If we
Yeah.
headed back there, I'm sure they'd help us, but that's past the town you all went through.
We need to go back to
You
Kieran.
guys, here's
Wait,
what's
Nathan.
gonna happen. I need to go do something real quick. You guys need to have a plan by the time I come back in like 5 to 10
Okay.
minutes. If you don't have a
Okay,
plan, bad
I
stuff
have a-
happens. So all of you make a plan. You can do whatever you want. I'll be back.
Can I have a quick question? Damn it.
Here, guys, I'll be back in like 2 seconds. I just have to help my sister out really fast.
Okay. Hello, Sister of Brink.
I'm
Okay,
just gonna
so-
go with the flow because I don't really.
Yeah.
My guy doesn't know about the upper world.
So I think we have two options in terms of temples. I am currently being employed by a temple to find different shit. So we have two temples that we can go to. The one that Nimue is employed at, or is part of, and the one that I am employed at. I don't remember the details. That's why I was trying to grab Nathan before he went. But
I say whichever one is wealthier.
whichever
fair.
one is what?
Wealthier.
Yeah, for me, it's whichever temple has cool shit at it.
I think both of them do. Most temples collect interesting things. That's part of what I was doing, besides hunting abominations.
What do you mean cool? Like, it's techie?
Oh, I will
Valuable.
freely say that I've never seen. Well, I don't I may retcon this later once I ask Nathan, but I've never seen things like you have. More interesting in our sense, things from the old culture.
Yeah.
Like that ring, things of magic, strange little items that do things that no man can.
Oh, well, that sounds pretty interesting.
A pair of boots that if you make a certain noise will let you hover in the air with no support. Things like that.
Very well.
Okay.
Well, I'm indifferent.
Okay, so what's going on?
Oh my goodness, Emma.
What? The boots of cartoonish gravity.
Are they
Yeah, I
back?
just got it.
No, I was explaining to Mankar like what cool shit in our eyes is, and I used
okay.
the boots of cartoonish gravity as an example. So yeah, we have the temple. We have the temple that you're employed at, and you have the temple that is garnering my services at the time.
I'll be right
So
back.
those two options, although
I mean,
there's
if we go
a
to,
possibility that temple's the one after us.
I
Actually,
mean,
either one could be after us.
that's a good point. I'd want to go to Kieran just because it could help me, because that's like a library kind of place that could help me out with. But if you're right, it could be after us.
Mine could be also. I'm a free sword. I'm temporarily employed.
I also don't want to go. I know, and this is like, I guess, with Ori or Horace out of earshot. I also really don't want to go to the Watchman place.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, what's our plan?
Wait. I
We're
say
going
we
to
go.
Emma's temple.
So we're heading to Kieran then.
Yeah.
Oh, are you actually?
I'm sorry, I
Okay.
forgot Kieran was the one employing me.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we're going there.
So that means
No,
we
we're
need
going to Kieran.
done. So, you guys exit the Bernadette's ruined herbalist's hut, and
Let's keep an eye on our 6.
yeah. Sounds smart to me. Sophia has her hand on her sword and is talking.
back.
And she's asking you a question, Beatrix. Do
Yep.
you know of any Reeve who could be hunting us? Could you think of anybody?
Nathan, could I think of anyone?
Wow, this is fun. You can't. I mean, the Reeve at Cairn. He whose name is Lothier. He seems to be a good man from when you interacted with him. You can't imagine him killing a random old lady just to get something. It's hard to keep track of all the Reeves, so the answer is no.
No. I can't think of anyone. Kieran is a good bet. Lothier seems a good man in the experience I've had with him. Getting Kieran behind us in this could be very beneficial.
Ashton. Sorry. Ashton,
let's
how are
keep
you
going.
holding up?
I am hanging in there.
Nimue, can you do anything for him on the run?
I mean, I could try. I've only have limited knowledge. She didn't.
I know you do, but every bit counts.
I'll try to
I might.
patch him up a bit more if I can.
Pretty jacked up myself.
Yeah. I mean,
push Mankar off a
we can-
cliff as well.
if we can find a,
Do you want to do that, Elisa?
No, I'm joking.
Okay, you could.
Crikey,
definitely
guess I'm
could,
going
so
back down under.
can I
Give me an
attempt to try to
intelligence
get him
check.
to-
Know that this is starting as a push, Brank.
Yeah. Oh wait, do you guys still want me to do it then?
This team
Yeah.
pushes.
Okay. That's a 14.
Okay. Take 2 tokens back, Ashton. You Nimue, eeny, meeny, miny, moes a couple of bottles of herbs. Picks one, mashes it up, rubs it in the wound, and Ashton feels a little bit better.
Yay.
I totally knew what I was
Band-Aid on
doing. Sophia, remember that bottle.
Will do. Maybe I should. Can I just? Do you mind if I just take those? Because I think
Yeah, you probably should.
Sophia takes all the herbs. She's going to tend to Mankar. Ooh, that's a link. That's not a roll. Okay.
Oh, crikey.
Sophia's like
That burns.
looking at a couple different things, but she can't figure anything out. I don't know
Alright.
what I'm doing. I'm sorry, Mankar.
All right, 2 seconds. Cameron, I keep expecting you to shout emus.
Oh yeah.
My God.
We don't talk about them after the war.
After the war.
We had this guy with an
Australia.
Australian accent who shouted emus all the time. I'm sorry. I'll
So-
shut up.
As you guys get to like the little village, so again to describe it, you guys are traveling on the kind of on the wall of a canyon.
Wait,
this
hold
very-
up, Nathan.
Yeah, what's
Can I push to heal myself because I have a good intelligence, and I also have 3 tokens left.
Oh, it won't be a push for you. You're good.
This team
Okay.
push.
Nimue just doesn't know what she's doing.
All right. Well, watch the ways of the underground healer.
Tokens.
10.
You really don't. I mean, the rune looks a little prettier. It's a little cleaner, but there's not much you can do.
Spark a little bit.
Yeah,
Alright.
once we get back to Cairn, there's
The
a
quicker we
near
get
us, we
back
can
to
hear you
Cairn.
guys up.
It takes time for it to kick in. Don't worry.
Check
Sure, you're bullshitting.
Um,
The quicker we get to Kern, the faster everyone will be back to full health, which we will need if these people are after us. I feel like we should spend our breath going quicker.
So you guys, if you recall the village
Very
you went through,
well.
as you
Whoa.
guys, so you're traveling along kind of the side of this very narrow canyon, and it is definitely sunset. The sun is fully set, and the stars are out. The moon is out full, and
I'm still wearing sunglasses.
perfect. So the town that you passed through, if you recall, there was a huge overhang in the canyon where the stone kind of covered, where the stone overhang the gap below, and hanging off of this overhang are all these stalactites where these houses were kind of carved into. There are zip lines and climbing ladders between each house. But it doesn't look very good right now. Everyone give me insight checks, please. And again, verbally if you can.
16.
23.
9.
Annalisa?
23.
Alright. So this place is, the town has been slaughtered to a man. Corpses are lying with clear sword wounds, strewn about the houses. One of them is like hanging, his body has been like threaded through one of the zip lines and is like bobbing up and down. There's blood and gore scattered across the walls. I mean, women, children, old men, everyone has been killed in this town.
Is this
and
usually
what
the
you
decoration
notice-
of surface towns?
No.
And what you
Not the one that I
notice,
know
you see just there is a few swordsmen on the I'm trying to think, on like one of the I can't think of the word, the balcony, on one of the balconies of the stalactites. Okay, wow, I'm struggling with words.
Do I recognize any of them?
No. Let me check to see if they see you. And I will be rolling this in my private chat.
Well, mate, are those guys friendly?
You see one of them like look at you and like point in your direction. He addresses himself naturally to Beatrix, takes out his sword and does like the full salute. I am
Like
Doro of the 5th. And you are?
Mankar.
I wasn't
wait, let the
addressing you,
swordsman-
civilian.
Let the swordsman go first.
I throw out my arm in front of Mankar and push him back slightly.
Aye! What?
Shut up!
Okay,
Leave this to me.
I like cover his mouth.
Leave this to me. Nathan, I'm of the 6th, right?
I
Yeah.
That's kind of your thing to keep track of. Did I really let you start at the 6th?
No, I am of the 6th. I'm sorry.
Are you certain? I feel like I started you at the 4th.
I thought you started me at 6.
Let's
Six
do
it
a nice
is.
balance. 5 it is.
Fine. I hate odd numbers.
Oh, well, we can put you at a 4 if it makes you feel better.
Oh,
I'm fine with
Yep,
5.
Ah, there we go.
I like 5.
Lector of the 5th.
What are you
May I
doing with
ask-
bandits and abominations, swordsman? Which, by the way, he has just insulted you because he did not ask to present your apprentice, and he has not presented whoever's on watch with him.
Where
any
are you
odd-
from, 5th?
You did
My
not answer
fellow.
my question. What are you doing with abominations and bandits, Ms.
I am under
Lecter?
the employ.
Yeah, just-
Wait,
Cover his
everyone be
mouth.
quiet. Besides Emma.
I am under the employ of Ken to track down the treasure of a bandit and a few other things. These people are aiding me in this. May I present my apprentice, Sofia of the 1st?
He ignores you. Again, a huge kind of spit in the face. I have been told by my master and liege lord that man, I guess, did Annalisa just leave? God damn it. It points to Ashton, is a bandit and should be killed on sight.
Ashton has turned from the group he was in. In fact, he did slaughter most of them. I cannot speak exactly to what he is now. All I can tell you is he is aiding Ken in his own way.
Doro whispers to the second swordsman on watch, who runs off. If this is true, then we have no quarrel with you. Come find
It is.
peace. You are wounded. Wait until reinforcements arrive. This place is about to become crawling with enemies.
Is he?
Good roleplay, Cameron.
Their swordsmen. Don't look too much into it.
What did you
Oh,
roll? What is
What the
this?
hell? I
He's rolling.
I
for what?
accidentally hit paste a
Oh,
couple
you're
times.
good. Come to the town.
Is he straight? Like, can I tell if there's anything funky? Like, I'm pulling on my swordsman shit. Is there anything funky with the way this guy's going?
He's playing it basic. From what I mean, he's basically you can tell how he's playing this. He's been told by his master to hunt down this enemy on sight. You've given him a plausible explanation from a swordsman of equal rank. He is basically going to be like, okay, well, we're going to be here and come on in. Let's take care of you. And when people come back, we can have this conversation like swordsman. He doesn't seem like he's about to come on in and then stab you. He's participating in the rules of honor, even if he wasn't being very respectful, because, you're hanging out with someone who's a mass murderer and thief.
Yes.
wait, who's the
Wait,
mass
Nathan.
murderer and thief?
Ashton.
Ashton.
Ah, gotcha.
Wait, Nathan. Before we
Sick.
go to the swordsman, can I tear off a piece of my
Can you rap?
wedding
I would
gown?
love to
And
hear it.
No, wrap up my hand so that I hide the ring from view.
Yeah, sure. You rip off a piece of your bridal gown and wrap it over your.
Can I do it to both hands? Just because
Sure.
I want to Okay.
That's a very
'Cause I'm gonna play it
clever
off.
idea. Very good. What say you to that, honorable lector?
What was this dude's name again?
Doro. Doro.
I would agree, Honorable Doro. May I know the name and ranks of your company?
I am only myself is on watch, as I've just sent for my master. But I am sorry.
You said there was a group, Nathan.
He makes it's to him and one other swordsman that you saw. He and the other swordsman he just sent running off. He makes it like he does a bow of apology. I rudely interrupted the presenting of your apprentice.
Indeed. Who was your companion?
Kinson of the Third.
Thank you. Shall we? I address this to everyone else. And I'm definitely giving the impression that I need to be leading in this situation.
Yeah, I kind of give a nod to that. Then I look at Mankar like to see if he's going to keep talking to the swordsman.
Cameron, can you give me an insight check, please?
Yeah. 11.
Hi. Annalisa, just to fill you in what happened, a bunch of swordsmen are in the town that just got murdered, and they almost killed you on sight because they realized everyone was with you, Ashton. But just so you know, your reputation precedes you. So yeah, Doro lowers one of the ladders, bam, falls to the ground next to you guys. Come on up. Place is going to be crawling soon. And I'll admit I wasn't looking forward to defending this town with myself and 2 others.
Do you know what happened here?
We happened here. These civilians were declared abominations by my masters.
May I ask why? May I ask why?
Give me a sec. They were declared abominations. They were hiding information that was incredibly important. I'm not allowed, Sutra 702. I'm not allowed to tell the secrets of my master.
Nathan, he wouldn't know that. Neither would I. That's the 7th rank sutra.
I told the dialogue correctly.
Alright.
Good observation.
Now, wait a minute. Would I know?
No. You could be totally making it up.
But you could know that he could be like kind of playing with you.
Can I like see his?
Wait,
can I see his intent
I have to take
this?
someone into Pendragon chat. I'll be right back. Oh,
Hi, Kate.
Hey, Kate.
Hi.
Oh, she probably can't answer. She doesn't have a mic. Well, let's continue, shall we?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Kate.
Yeah.
So, sorry, where were we? I cannot speak on the secrets of my master, but he is an honorable man. Come up and
quick
join
question,
me.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to stay down here for a sec. I'll be right up.
Okay. I'll just kind of play that off as him being a dweller.
Weirdo.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. No, but Nathan, would either me or Sofia know that? Like the actuality of that sutra?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
You could be totally making it up. So everyone besides Mankar is heading up the ladder.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if I can tell why Mankar's hanging behind.
I mean, you don't get to do insight checks on other players. You just got to see if you can figure it out. I can tell you what he looks like.
No, I'm saying like I'm kind of glancing around in general, trying to see what he saw possibly.
I mean, he's just
besides
chilling
weird
there.
swordsman shit.
Also, he has sunglasses on. So.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Doro looks at Mankar. Are you not going to join us?
I need to take care of something real quick.
Understandable. Coming soon, though. I wouldn't want the crawlers to get you.
Yes, Honorable Dora.
He winces and continues. Well,
I kind of eyeball Mankar, and I believe that ends with an O. And scoot up the ladder.
Honorable Dora, the explorer.
Your traditions are strange to me.
What is this?
So
it is welcome and appreciated that you are attempting to honor them.
Mankar, what are you doing? Where are you heading?
I'm gonna chill there until. Does the watch leave? Once they all go up?
Yeah, they're all gonna leave. Pull the ladder up behind you when you can.
Alright.
As they're going away, sorry, we'll come back to you real quick. Doro kind of leans into Beatrix. Is he someone that can be trusted?
Seems trustworthy enough.
Okay. Mankar, what are you doing?
Keep in mind, these are people that have gravitated towards what I did. It is a working relationship.
Understandable.
I
Mankar, what are
trust
you
them
doing?
to a point.
So I'm gonna double back and see if I guess I'll roll an insight.
Yep. You can do so.
10.
You don't see anything.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep going the way we came and keep an eye out
So you're gonna go. How far are you willing to go back?
until like the outskirts of town.
All right.
How far away is that?
You've gotten to the
dangerous at
outskirts of
night.
town, which is it is like the middle, not the middle of the night, but it's pretty dark. I know
Still
light
light out
isn't-
to me.
No,
That's
but
true.
I mean like monsters and stuff come out. Like people don't travel during the night.
Actually, no. If he doesn't know that, that's okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh jeez, he's
Oh,
taking
no.
a midnight stroll.
There
You get to the point where it would be out of sight of the town.
Okay. Still no traces.
Nope.
All right. Well, I assume I probably wouldn't know much about it, so I just
Mhm.
pass it off, I guess,
Okay.
and go back.
So you get back in the town. So Honorable Doro is leading you through. I mean, it's strange to see. He seems like he's acting like an honorable swordsman. I mean, he's just kind of calmly walking around, but this whole place has just been slaughtered. There's no one left
All right,
alive. I mean, and this isn't like killing people who could fight. I mean, this is everyone. This is a pretty brutal scene, and even for battle-hardened figures such as yourselves, with probably the exemption of Ashton, all of you are pretty sickened by this, besides Ashton.
That's
I'll
fine.
try to
with me.
kind of.
How about me?
I'll try to kind of. Oh yeah, aren't you like on
Flash
and
his
off?
teeth.
This is a different thing, though. You kill people who fight back.
Yeah.
You don't kill women. Like not that. Sorry, I get it wrong. You don't kill like
Or
old
Targ's daughter.
people or like
Different.
children.
Yeah.
I mean, this
All
is
right,
pretty awful. This is horrible.
Can like as we go through, I think back and remember where the healer's stalactite was,
Hmm.
and stick my nose in there.
Give me an insight check.
14.
Someone is alive in there, trying to be very quiet. Whoever it is like hidden in one of like the cupboards on the side of the walls. Doro kind of like grabs you by the shoulder. There's no reason exploring these ruins. None of these abominations have survived.
We're
Let's
just
move
worried
on to the
about
main
our.
house.
No, the occupant borrowed something from me. I'm going to find it. Do go on.
Give me a charisma check.
11.
Okay, that'll be in competition with this. This man's charisma is -1. 11.
Huh. How about that?
So roll again, both of us. Okay, I got a 13.
Nice.
16.
He hesitates a bit. I will leave you to your business. And he continues
you.
on the way. You are all being kind of escorted to the biggest stalactite, where it's just kind of the main town
Oh,
hall.
shit. God damn it.
Up? Do you need to go?
No, my laptop's dying.
Okay. Can you still hear me? Can I describe the scene where you're doing stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. This will be dramatic. As you're in the
We're
room,
racing
like the
against time.
cupboard like basically falls open as soon as you have the room to yourself. There, like bleeding out with a terribly mortal sword wound, is Weatherly. She is like, I mean, she's been badly wounded. Her left arm's gone. She's got this huge gash in her chest, and she's like pulling like herself towards you, like, please help me. Beatrix, they killed everyone. Please.
I crouch to her and you know, she's not talking loud, but I make sure she's talking very quietly.
Please. They killed everyone.
Did they say anything?
They kept asking where you all went. We kept telling them, but they just killed everyone.
I am truly sorry we brought this upon you without our knowledge.
Her eyes close, and when they open, there's a burning fury in them. Avenge me. And she's gone.
All right.
Nimue, you're kind of. Actually, no. So Doro looks up at Ashton. Swordsmen tend to be pretty like kind of thin figures, just for kind of the increased agility. So he's pretty lanky compared to Ashton's just like beef boy body. Yeah. He's definitely giving you like a suspicious look. So where have you come back from then?
Well, I'm from the Far East.
Are you aware of the mercenary Targ?
Yes, he's one of our targets.
We actually hunted him
Helped
down
him get
and went out
killed.
into the waste. And
He looks
Ashton here actually killed him.
You're listed as one of his compatriots, Mr. Ashton.
I don't keep friends.
There's a
Clearly
large
you-
bounty on your head.
Like,
Listen,
how large?
You're gonna take yourself in for the bounty?
I might.
Honorable Doro. Clearly, I can assure you Ashton has proven his disloyalty to Targ if he put a spike through his back. It was quite brutal.
Yeah, give me that charisma check, if you would.
Oh no. Oh. That's a 7. No wait, 13 minus 5 is... Okay, yeah, that's 7. Good job.
He puts his hand on his sword. I don't appreciate being lied to, civilian. This does not make me
Fine.
trust you more. He just continues on. You arrive
Okay,
at the. You
hi.
arrive at the.
Emma.
Yeah, I've been here. I'm like trying to do something.
You arrive at the kind of main room. I don't know. So Mankar, as you're coming back through the city, you see Beatrix in this room, like holding some dead body. You see, like the last few words of that exchange.
I might. Something important.
Apparently, the information. I gesture to him to keep quiet and low. Apparently, the information that all of these people were holding that caused them to be slaughtered was our location. And they told us, but they didn't. That the people of the village told these swordsmen, and they didn't believe them and killed them all.
Crikey,
This
mate.
was a trustworthy woman. Let us rejoin the party. I cast around the room for just some a trinket, a memento of her that like I can pass off as the thing that she borrowed.
You see a small. It looks like a river stone, but it has like an old. It must be like you have no idea where she would have gotten it. It's a very smooth stone, and it has one of the glyphs of the old tongue carved into it. It's very pretty.
Well, I'd say we should get out of here.
I close her
What's
eyes,
that?
set her back in the cupboard because she obviously wasn't there. I don't want it to be known that she came out.
Mm-hmm.
I send her off to the goddess and pocket the stone. Let us go and let us be careful.
All right.
You guys all meet in the main like stalactite where the town hall would have been. And again, the casualness of Doro as he like tips one of the corpses out of a chair to sit down. This place is again massacred.
Okay, as he has his back to us to do that, I signal to Sofia what I learned, and I also signal like restraining oneself with
Right.
dignity.
Yeah, she like stands calmly at your side. So the rest of you swordsmen have certain signals that they can that
Y'all
they-
don't notice.
Yeah, so swordsman signals are kind of a little secret hand language that they have. It's not even possible for someone who's not a swordsman to notice them. So, all of you are just kind of in the dark about this, except Mankar, who reviewed this. So you're in this hall, and Doro's sitting there. It'll just be a moment before the rest of my, or at least part of my troop arrives. It shouldn't take long at all. Thank you for your patience. Now, I would be interested on wherever you've been traveling, hunting down Targ from your story. He looks at Nimue. Well, you are wearing strange traveling garb, a full wedding dress covered in blood.
It was a bad day. I don't like to remember it.
And what were you doing out in the fissures in a wedding dress, if you don't mind, civilian?
I wish I could answer that, but I'm still trying to piece it together.
That's not a very satisfying answer from someone who have already thought to be a liar. Beatrix, he doesn't say that. Honorable Lector.
I only
can you
introduced
please
myself
put
as
this-
Lector.
Yeah, Honorable Lector, can you please put this civilian in their place? I'm trying to answer a question. And do recall that swordsmen are kind of the policemen / soldiers of this world, so he's not like necessarily out of his bounds but talking like that.
Yes.
I'm gonna lean over to Ashton and ask what the hell's up with this guy. Because I'm still in the dark about why this guy's being a dickhead.
They're in a fancy club, and they have a lot of rules.
Oh. Oh boy.
That's the best way of describing swordsman culture.
Nimue, I think anything that you can give would be helpful.
Well, I'll try my best. My mind's kind of fuzzy. I just kind of woke up in a coffin in a cave in a wedding dress to begin with. Then I kind of got separated from the group. And then my mind's just kind of hazy. It's almost like it was shattered.
So you don't recall passing through this town a few days before?
Oh, no, I remember doing that. It was when we were out in the waste.
He's giving you a strange look. One moment.
Oh, snap.
Welcome to the first double Pendragon.
What an honor!
Yes. So as you are there,
Honorable
both of you hear like a whisper in your ears as you guys are standing next to each other in this town hall. All right, hello. Don't make any fuss. Don't make any fuss. I'm just keeping an eye on all of you right now. I think we might be in a wee bit of trouble.
Crikey, mate, I agree. I was looking for you.
Yeah, I'm doing my best, trying to keep an eye on all of you. But I was just looking around, and there's a whole troop of swordsmen heading our way. And if they're
Well,
friends, that's real
Get
good.
out of here.
I need you two to handle this situation. I've got a couple other problems on the right, but I'll try to keep an eye out for both of you. Ashton, listen to this. They're scared shitless of you. There's all these rumors of you. You've got whatever you can do. They're terrified. Or at least most of them. That big one in the black robes doesn't seem bothered by you at all. Just
I can take care of
know that your reputation carries some power. Okay, both of you. If you need any help, call Ori 3 times and make a caw sound. Okay, bye all of you. Bye.
Roger.
Hi.
Hello.
Now, so
Hey.
as Doro is sitting there, my master. Bam! The doors are thrown open. A whole troop of swordsmen are in through. These people have lots of notches on their belts. They're kind of grizzled travelers.
Does anyone match my belts?
Definitely. A few of them have. There's about half of them are up to your. There's only 6. About 3 of them are up to your level, and the other 3 have way more notches than you. There are 6 swordsmen, most of them wearing the kind of the tan white swordsman robes. Following behind them is a huge towering man in black robes, just a monster of a human being. He has very
This
thick.
is the Reed, right?
Yeah, he has very, very thick red hair tied in a ponytail behind him and a sword. He stands among the other three. So there are the 6 swordsmen that just arrived. There is the man in black robes, and there is also Doro. And then finally, Kieran, who is the apprentice of Doro. So there are in total 8 swordsmen and this fellow in black.
Who's obviously a Reeve.
I mean, that's kind of what the visual language is suggesting.
Yeah.
The towering figure takes out his sword and gives a sweeping salute. I'm Kandar of the 7th, Reeve. I present my proteges, but we do not seem to have much time. What are your names?
I salute back, Lector of the 5th. And my apprentice, Sofia of the 1st.
She gives a smart salute. Present your civilians.
I was just about to. I don't say that, though. My traveling group, Ashton, Nimue, Mankar, and Ori. I gesture to you.
There is no Ori to be seen.
Okay, then I
In
don't say
fact, you-
Ori.
Well, already did. You can't quite remember the last time you saw him, in fact.
Well, I guess we lost him down a fissure. Oh well.
Good riddance.
Comes and goes.
In like a shadow, out like a shadow. Where's your last?
Now, I have some questions for you all. Please take a seat.
I do so.
All the swordsmen around Kandar take their seats, and Kandar kind of paces in front of you. Now, I heard
I'm not
tell
sitting.
that a party passed. He gives you kind of a disdainful look. I heard a party
Money's mine.
passed through this village a few days ago, searching for a ruin. They traveled with 2 wanted men, a man named Targ, and you,
Dead.
Mr. Ashton.
Target dead now. Just
That's 1 down. You are
Yeah.
a wanted man, Mr. Ashton. The price on your head has risen to 10,000 kolos.
that is a lot of
I
money.
raised an
That's
eyebrow.
a hefty bounty there.
You should be very proud.
My
Yes,
mother would
believe
be
me.
even more proud if only she knew.
But she's dead. Now,
I hate her.
I have a few questions. It is said that you traveled to the old tower in the fissures south of here, searching
Yes.
for a treasure the Targ kept, along with a certain item. I would like to know what you found. And Lecter, I would have all of you swear to me. The swordsmen can swear on their oaths. We will find something suitable for the rest of them to swear by. I would not lie to a Reeve if I was any of you. Where you are now, I am God. Do not lie to me. We will begin with Ashton. What item did you find in the tower?
We found a fancy ring.
Don't
His
forget the dude
eyes
in your pocket.
light up. A ring. Very interesting. Do you have it with you now?
I don't have it. If believe me, if I had it, it would be far away from here.
I just kind of sigh and then take off the cloth on the ring hand.
Again, everyone's eyes are drawn to the ring. Incredible. Well, that answers one of our questions. He paces and looks thoughtfully to himself. Everyone insight check. Oh, he's not a 7,
Nope.
by the way. I said it wrong, I think, but
What is he?
He's a ninth. He's a reeve. They're all ninths. Oh, jeez, Brink.
12.
said-
I
not
didn't get a
Nathan.
critical, but
Did I say ninth?
Nathan? No, you said that not all reeves are ninth.
Oh, it's very rare not to be a ninth. He is a ninth.
Okay, so is he or is he not?
He is
but
a
that's
ninth.
I didn't get a
Okay.
critical, but I did not roll well.
Okay. So you all, so as Nimue is standing there, like a little out of it, just kind of like distracted by the ring, and by this person kind of standing before you. In a flash, the reeve draws a sword and just cuts your arm off at the shoulder.
Oi!
You take
Thank you.
you take a bar of damage. Blood spurting from your room. He grabs and this is the arm with the ring on it. He grabs the arm and like basically rips the ring off and like thrusts it into his pocket. All the swordsmen draw blades.
Ori, 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 caca!
I forgot about that. Yeah, you nothing. Mankar like screams out into the night, and nothing happens. The reeve
Crikey, mate.
The reeve
You don't
brandishes
speak
a
my
sword.
dialect.
The reeve brandishes a sword. I declare you all abominations.
You look pretty fucked up yourself, mate.
Oh no!
Bring it on. Let's go.
Wait, guys! We should probably try to talk our way out of this phase.
Nimue is on the ground screaming.
Go.
Yep.
The swordsman to his right. I
Alright.
second the abomination as an eighth. And they
I-
all like
I-
draw their blades
Alright,
back.
I snap to Mankar. Pressure on the wound. May I ask the ground?
I'll
Yeah,
do-
you can talk to this redheaded stepchild, I suppose.
He like bristles at that.
Also, I'm not gonna
You'll
put
have to
pressure.
excuse
What I'm
him.
gonna
He's
do,
from a underground culture that knows absolutely nothing of our world.
I'm gonna take my wire and wrap it into like a kind of grill pattern,
Mhm.
and then try to like fry the wound and
Oof.
cauterize it.
There is a sharp burning smell and a zap, but the wound is cauterized.
Thank you.
What
Got
hand?
you.
I believe the
Nice
the
and
ring was on
smooth.
your right hand, if I remember correctly.
No, left because it's marriage.
Oh, you're
Well,
right.
I mean, I don't remember either way, so whichever one you
left arm. Then.
prefer.
You were
Okay.
married,
Left.
Well, I hope
You're
you're
right.
right-handed.
I do not know, but I'm gonna say I'm right-handed.
You are. I'm
I
ninth
kind
and a
of-
reeve.
I-
I need no grounds, Lecter. And the swordsmen are kind of are looking at you, basically, giving you a chance to talk a bit. Ashton, you hear a whisper in your ear. Are you ready?
I pull out
I
my
already
face.
screamed his name.
He was moving there. He had some time. The swordsmen are looking at you. Lecter.
As our mission is one of the Temple of Cairn, are you declaring just us or the entire Temple of Cairn abominations?
Very well.
And in doing so, are you including Lothier in this?
I include who I wish. Who are you to stop? He is distracted by a gunshot. You see Horus appears just to his left with a revolver pressed to his temple. Night, mate. The gunshot reverberates through. None of you have heard a gunshot with the exception of Mankar before. It is a
Oi!
deafening sound. And the reeve falls to the ground dead. Blood pouring out from the side of his head. The arm of Nimue is still in his hands. The swordsmen
dash for
are
the ring.
swords out and like charge into the melee. Horus is like yelling at you, guys, we're right now.
I
Ladies
dash-
and
I
gentlemen,
pick up the iron.
you are in combat.
I dash for the ring and put it on.
Okay, as you go forward, there's a swordsman like right in front of you and slashes at you. He is way faster than you. Give me a dex check. I'm getting plus 10 on this dex check.
23.
Wow, nice. He slashes at you, slide under it, and grab the hand with the ring. Another swordsman is going to take a stab at you. Plus 10 once again. 20.
That's gonna be an 11.
Yeah, twice your roll. You get a good slash like across your chest. Take 2 tokens.
Okay, can I put on the ring? On my left hand?
You
On my right
pull
hand?
the ring off of the finger of the left hand, and then kind of jimmy it onto your right hand, I guess. Ashton, what are you doing?
I'm swinging the mace, I guess. I wanna loot the Reeves' body. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. So give me a. Are you just like laying about? Can you give me a bit more of a description of your attack? You're in like the town hall with 8 swordsmen.
Okay. Just whoever is closest. So they're in a circle around us, right?
That's true. Oh no.
I'm gonna try to impale people.
give me that. Give me that sweepy roll. Give me a strength check.
That would be a 9.
Okay, yeah. Not enough. So the swordsmen are moving on. You basically give your party space as everyone backs off. The swordsmen are kind of looking down at the Reeve who's lying there dead. Horus has like moved. He's all of you guys are kind of backed up against a wall. With Ashton swinging his mace in a semicircle to keep all the swordsmen back. Horus has got his gun. And he is firing at the swordsman. They're with Ashton like swinging his mace and Horus firing these deafening kind of shots from his thunder weapon. They're all like running for cover at this point.
Okay. Can I point out that Sofia is definitely below the swing height of this mace, so she's wreaking havoc.
Oh, good point. So yeah, as Ashton is like swinging his mace, Sofia like darts underneath it,
like
and
she's tiny for an 11-year-old.
On one of the fleeing swords, she just like goes onto his back and jams the sword through his chest, and just rips it out. This spray of red blood decorating the walls as his body collapses to the ground.
That's my go.
What are you doing, Ems? Oh no, Mankar is next. Mankar.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for Doro and then try to whip the wire around him and electrocute.
You see him like looking at all of this in horror. Give me a dex check, and you're rolling against me. I will get a plus 20 on this roll.
You what, mate? All right, well, I'm not beating that.
Well, you could get a critical.
You could get a critical.
Okay.
Yeah, swordsmen are kind of.
No.
We don't want to fight them.
Nah, it's 15.
As your whip like lashes out, the Reeves' big hand like comes up from the ground and grabs it.
Oh, that's right.
So he gets electrocuted.
Okay, hold on.
The current runs through his body.
Nathan?
He like stumbles backwards but stands up. We come back.
Nathan,
Yeah?
I'd like to discuss something with you. You explicitly stated when we were talking about the swordsman that it involves a very complex ritual and the gaining of another body at the Reeves temple to regain life.
Very observant.
Are you retconning that?
Nope.
Because you said he was dead.
I am telling you exactly what I'm telling you. I have not spoken a word at all.
Actually,
Burn
someone
your
else.
His brain caught the bullet.
I'm telling you what happened. You shot him in the head. You killed him. He is back. Deal with it. It is your turn.
That's Ems. He's got good health insurance.
Obama.
We might want to.
So-
Alright, mate. We might want to. No, god damn it. Why do I keep doing Australian? Alright. We might want to get out of here, friends.
I'm on 1 token, so if somebody could pick me up, that'd be
Okay.
awesome.
Let's go.
It is Emma's turn, and then it's my turn afterwards.
Okay. I'm thinking back. Where did Horosori say that Strider was?
It's in the opposite direction. Or we could try to run past them through Cairn.
Yeah. What do you mean by opposite direction? Back the way we came?
This is taking too long. So as you're like,
Nathan, I'm peeling through my memory right
No
now.
worries. So south is the direction. Well, we'll do this after your turn. So you're kind of like you're like looking at Horse and yelling like, "Where can we go? What can we do?"
No, I'm
Horse
not.
dashes past.
Nathan.
Well, No, we'll come back to you. All turns need to be fast. Remember, because we're doing this online. So Horace rushes past you towards the reeve and just like stuffs something in his mouth. And you don't know what it is. It looks like a red candle. And it's lit, but it's not providing very much light. So you don't know what's going on. Everybody get back now!
Crack it, mate!
I get down.
I'm already down.
Yeah, you've been prepped. There's a huge explosion, and the like mangled gore that it was his upper body just tumbles to the ground.
Did it catch anyone else?
No, everyone else, all the swordsmen have kind of left this area. They've moved to different stalactites because you guys are providing a lot of cover. We need to get out of here now. We have two options. We head north, we go to Cairn, the way you all came from, or we head south. We try to go back the way we came and go to that abandoned temple and try to get that strider. We need to choose now.
Temple.
Strider.
Strider, yep.
Great.
Yes.
So you guys...
Ashton, carry Nimue.
Alrighty.
You sling...
No frisking her.
You sling Nimue over your shoulder and start running out of the stalactites. This abandoned murdered town. You can see the swordsmen like gathering behind you, and the last thing you see from the town hall is the destroyed body of the reeve, like basically the legs like standing up, which is basically all that's left. You guys are...
Is this normal behavior for reeves?
No.
Didn't think so.
They need a ritual to come back normally.
Yeah.
You could do a ritual on a battlefield, but like you'd need
It
someone
requires
to do
the
it.
priest.
Yes.
Maybe he's level 10.
You guys are like moving through the fissures. It is pitch black in the middle of the night, and you notice none of the swordsmen are following you. All of you are wounded, bleeding in some manner. A couple of you are almost dead, and you are in the middle of the night in the fissures.
I've been almost dead for about 12 hours.
Yeah, you guys are having a rough time of it.
What? At least you cauterized my wound. That was really generous. Thank you.
Of course.
So, as you guys are moving,
So much further.
there's only so much moving you guys can do. All of you are wounded. Ori is talking with you guys. And Sofia as well. Kind of, all of you are spattered in blood. Yours and other people's. Guys, we need to figure out a plan. We can't keep moving like this. Something's
Yeah, I
gonna
need
pick
to
up on
heal
our
up.
scent. We need to find a place to rest.
How much further is the Strider?
We
We've
need
got
to
a
find a
few
cave or
hours-
something.
We've got a few hours to go. We've still got to go past the fallen tower. There's things watching us. Look, I mean, we've really got to keep going. Stopping isn't going to help anything. We can't keep going like this. All of us are covered in blood. Things are going to be sniffing out our scent. We're going to be slaughtered out here in the middle of the night.
What is our other option?
What can be that bad out here?
Everything.
Yeah.
There are
Right.
terrors in this land that you cannot dream of, Ground Dweller.
Everything's evolved to kill humans.
Excuse me, it's Depthgroveller.
Well, I didn't know that. Excuse me. Let's not quibble over small topics.
Listen,
So
we don't have
we
to be
need-
PC right now.
Honorable Lecter.
So what do we say
What?
here? Do we continue or do we stay?
We have to keep moving.
I say we
If we
find
stop,
shelter.
we're dead. If we
We're
keep
dead.
going, there's less of a chance.
Sounds good to me.
I say we
Unless
find,
these monsters are attracted by movement.
they're attracted by everything. We need to find shelter and set up like a campfire. Just
Let's
to,
go
like,
back to that old lady's house.
We're not going back.
Well, that
that
was
is
in
You
the
part
have
of
to
the
go
village.
by it to keep going. Remember, this fissure is like a
Oh.
line. You can either go north along the line or south along the line. And south
say
is
we
the way to the
camp-
Strider, north is the way to Cairn. And you guys are heading
I say we
south.
camp in the old lady's house tonight.
Yep. If she
Yes,
lived
I'm
there,
good.
then the monsters aren't going to get in.
I mean, they might, but it'd at least be protected.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll second that. Sounds like a good idea.
Good idea.
Yes.
You guys arrive at the house. The old woman's body is missing, but besides that, nothing has been touched.
Is it common above ground for old dead bodies to move?
Sometimes.
In the past 24
Sometimes
hours, it has been.
Scavengers could eat them, but they wouldn't normally take them. That's not normal.
Wait,
I
is a
searched
scavenger
the
a human?
No.
No,
a
it's an
monster.
animal.
Oh,
No.
alright. Just checking.
It's a type of creature.
I searched the place before we settle in.
There's nothing hidden here.
Is there
Okay.
anything of value?
Give me an insight check, Ashton. And add treasure hunter to your aspect list.
That's a 22.
Very good. You find like a little hidden stash of kolos, of about 50 kolos, and you
Is
also
there anything
find
techie?
there is a very strange little mirror, which has like anytime you look into the mirror, you see. It's not like reflecting anything here. It looks like it was designed to be like a classic hand mirror, but it's showing you somewhere else. You have no idea. Just a small room in some other place.
I
wanna
glance at
snatch
it?
it up.
Do I know it?
It doesn't look familiar to you. Just like some old like room in a tower that is looking out over a nice view. Mankar, you have the
I
strange
go-
mirror.
Okay.
Mankar, may I touch it?
I guess just be careful.
Sure. Where are you touching the mirror?
All right. First, I'm gonna poke the frame of it and see if it does anything.
Nothing
I assume
Can I
not.
make an
holding the
insight
handle.
to see if I've seen anything like it before?
No insight needed. You've never seen or heard of anything like this before. Actually, give me an
Alright.
intelligence check with a disadvantage.
That would be 8.
No. Never heard or seen of anything like this.
How about me?
Yeah, give me an intelligence check. Disadvantage.
Okay. 12 and 10, so 10.
Nope. No.
Okay. I'm too lazy to roll out the 2d20 thing. All right. All right. I have a bit of an idea. This could be a relic of the old. There is
Oh,
a
it certainly is.
very, very mild chance that when we touch the surface, it takes us wherever that is.
Yeah, we don't know where that is, though.
Yes.
Looks like there's some stuff. We should hang on to it.
I say we pocket it and we use it in an emergency situation.
Agreed.
Yeah, mate, sounds good.
Hey.
Alright, keep it handy, but make sure you don't touch the surface of it.
Of course not.
Hey, I'm
I'm
down
gonna
here.
throw it in my backpack.
I've been real
Oi?
quiet for a real long time. Is anybody gonna
No,
talk with me?
shut up.
What do you mean?
I yank
Listen.
him out and throw him and set him on the table.
That's much better. Hey, I owe you one, big lady. I guess all of you are big now. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Why'd I have to accept this gig, huh? I don't know. Hey, what
I don't
are
know,
you? Tell me
midget.
your names.
You're a strange man for it.
Well.
Lecter.
Nice to meet you, Lecter.
Nanya.
Nanya, what?
Business.
Hey, I get it. How clever.
Nice one,
Alright.
Mankar.
My name is Hugh.
Nope, I'm not gonna fall for it. Hey, what's your name? I can
You what?
smell somebody else. I can
Humongous.
smell ya. I can smell the colos on you. You big boy. What's your name?
Ashton.
Ah, Ashton, yeah. You were running with Targ, huh? We were told to keep an eye out for you.
Yeah, what do you say about me?
Good reason.
Well, I ain't running with Targ, I'm running with the swoops. And he makes like a really, really lame gang sign. It looks really lame. I'm running with the swoops, man. And we're the Targ's nemesis.
Whatever, dork.
Ashton, you ever heard of him?
Never in my life.
No. Targ had like a big rivalry with this gang.
Okay.
His ex-wife runs it.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Where are y'all based at now? I'm not with Targ anymore.
Hey.
Help get him.
I ain't falling
He's
for
a-
that. We took Targ's treasure, and there's nothing you can do that'll get me to tell you where it is.
How do
Tell
you
us
know
where
you
it
took
is.
his treasure if you can't see?
They told me, and they left me here so I could mock him when he came back to look at it when his retirement came around. See, they turned me into this terrible little statue, but I'm gonna live forever now, unless somebody kills me, of course. But
Yeah, what if I decide to kill
Well, you're on that track, mate.
I mean, hey, I'm a tiny little man who's a statue and completely blind. I'm not really having like a high mark of life enjoyment over here. But hey, look,
At least you're not in a pocket,
you do something for
tied up
me,
in shoelaces.
and I'll do something for you.
What
And
do
what
What?
exactly? Yeah.
Hey, I got maybe a little tippy tip on where they took the treasure. You know, Targ under-exaggerated his cash. All those
Well,
treasure
maybe you
chests in
should
there
tell us.
were filled to the brim with gold and jewels, man. Hey, it was incredible. It was one of the best places I've ever robbed in my life. Oh, jeez, I'm getting called by my mom. Heavens above. Alright, I'll be back.
Wait then.
Well,
Hi, Mom.
let's have him take us to
I'm
the
in
treasure
the
and then
middle of D&D.
murder him.
Squish.
That seems to be what we do with the
Yeah.
people who take us to the treasure.
I have the cake. It's
I
fine.
think
Yeah.
the most I think the most important thing at this
Yes,
time
yes. I haven't
is getting
touched it,
back
don't
to
worry.
Cairn. If we
I
go after
second
this
that.
treasure, they will follow us. Our best bet is
Are
to
you-
go to Cairn
alright,
and
bye.
have another Reeve backing us up, and a priest, for that matter, backing
more
up that
swordsmen.
Hey,
Reeve.
sorry, I had a stroke. Okay, now, look, all I ever wanted was to retire. I've lived my life. I sacrificed both my eyes for the gang, you know? Lost them in a
By
game.
retired, you mean die?
Not exactly, actually. I was really hoping not to die. So, you know when those little kids make those little fairy houses? You know what I'm talking about.
No.
Oh, gosh, one moment.
Yes,
Let me mute myself. Oh, actually, never mind.
I do.
Hey, sorry. My mom came in. Anyways.
My DD.
Hey, so, you know what? I've always liked those fairy houses, even though I was a regular size. You set me up in one of those, retire there, sounds like a great deal to me. And if you can
We'll set
find
you
me a
up as
nice
little
spot,
child's fairy.
if you can find me a nice spot, you know what? I'll tell you what I know about the treasure.
We'll set you up as some child's wayward fairy.
Sounds good to me.
However,
Well, why don't you
I'm-
tell us first, mate?
Hey, how do I know
Look.
you ain't gonna just chuck me off this cliff?
How do you know we
Because I
won't do
want
that
that
after?
money.
look,
That's a good point. Or we could come up with a deal. I'll take you to the treasure. And then if
Alright,
I'm
mate.
right, then you set me up with a home afterwards. I could be
See,
like
the
a
thing is,
fairy boy.
the treasure ain't the number one concern right now.
yes,
The number one concern is getting out alive.
we much appreciate it. We are going to be taking you up on it. However, wherever we go, the people that we encounter will be slaughtered, friend or foe that we leave behind.
Hey,
Our most important objective right now is getting to the Temple of Cairn and getting back up.
hey, if people are being killed, that just means we get to loot their bodies, am I right? Hey,
Heck yeah, dude.
Not if we have to go through not if we have to go through a group of high-level swordsmen to get to the bodies.
yeah, that I'm feeling. Hey, how about
I,
this?
for one,
Look,
am going to Cairn. If you are with me, we will be moving in the morning. If you are not, you can stay behind.
hey, okay. That sounds good to me. Do you mind if I just perch on the big boy's shoulders and I can help you out? I know a couple things. I got a good nose for colos.
Who is he?
That's
Nathan,
good-
who is
that's
he?
good with
Whose
me. I
shoulders?
like this guy.
Ashton.
Whose shoulders is he talking about?
He's talking about
I mean,
the
this
biggest
guy's
boy.
blind.
He can smell the biggest boy. He can
Oh,
smell the
yeah.
bigness.
All right.
Yeah, and I can hear orange.
Maybe you could.
You've been taking too much acid.
yeah. Calm down, Nimue. Nimue is tripping on that
Yeah, to be
last
fair,
hit of-
Nimue is on like in anaphylactic shock right now.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I do
Um,
have those healing flasks that the
So
old
this
lady gave me.
the little greedy fairy boy climbs up like the abs of Ashton, like a mountain climber, and gets to the top and like sits on your shoulder. Hey, big guy. Hey, wow, you're big. Hey, look, I got a good partnership for me. We'll help each other out. Sound like a good deal? He sticks out his tiny little hand.
Sounds like a great deal.
Alright. I guess he like shakes your nose. I don't know how that works.
Just poke his
I
hand.
shake his finger with my pinky.
Alright, well, that was bizarre.
All right.
I need
Who
to
has
get
He
some
is
open
my
sleep.
son now.
I'm not taking first
Uh,
watch. I'm going to get some rest. So I suggest one of you pick it up. I've saved all your hides already, so one of you take first watch.
All right. I believe we should do a little bit of heal. Well, quick question: will the sleeping heal anything, or do
I
we need
do
to?
have 3 healing flasks that heal 1 token that
Yeah.
I got from the old woman,
I
but
I
I've
have
already
a,
kind of taken those.
I have a deal. I have some equipment from the Watchman, but I don't have very much of it. Now, part of my assignment out here is that ring. But I'm considering this an investment. He kind of like kind of lays Nimue down on the ground and pulls out some equipment that none of you recognize, not even you, Mankar. Just strange metallic devices that he kind of hooks up and they spark and glow. You feel much better, Nimue. Take an entire bar back.
Okay, I also took those 3 healing flasks.
Are you taking all of them?
Yeah, I took 3, which just heals me a bar basically. Because I was on 1
Okay.
token.
So
Each
you are.
flask has 3 uses. She used all of them.
Oh, you use.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you just chug the flask. I mean, you feel a little lightheaded, but yeah, you're not gonna be able to be on watch
Bottoms up.
tonight.
So
or-
wait, do I also take the bar back from
Yeah, you take both.
Ori? Oh, then okay, I'm back at 1 token down.
Nay, that's about as much of that as I can hand out. But I can do a little bit of spare first aid. Everyone who's
How's
wounded,
everyone
take
else?
a token up. Except you, Brink. You've already got enough healing.
Yeah, I
And,
think I'm good.
You little friend. Nice trick with the whip back there. Take another token up, Mankar. Alright.
Yep.
Now,
All right.
I'm going to bed. And Ori just like lays down and is out in it like a light.
I look at Sofia. He might have you beat, kid.
I think he does. I'm feeling a little antsy, so I'll take first watch unless anyone is really feeling it.
All right.
You know, I've had a rough day, so I'm gonna follow Ori's lead.
Yeah, you're.
I'll
you're
take
up
second.
quickly.
It's super broad out here. It'll be easy.
Perfect.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you can see like
I'll wake you up,
across the
Mankar.
horizon.
Okay. I'm going to
Alright.
just take people out and do some dreams, and then we'll continue with the rest of the day. I'll be right
Sweet.
back. Hello.
I want to have like some quality time with our tiny friend.
Yeah,
I
you
still
don't
know
even.
his name.
Yeah, you don't. You don't.
Can I ask him?
Yeah, right before you go to sleep, right before you tuck him in with like a tissue.
We have a heart to heart.
Hey, my name's Chuck. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
They call me Chucky Two Eyes. I got the nickname a long time ago.
Yeah. Did everyone else have like 3 or something?
Nope. It's just I don't know how I got it. It's a long story. Hey, look. I like Kolos. And the leader of the swoops did a nasty thing to one of my friends a while back. I wouldn't mind getting some of that treasure, eh?
Yeah, that sounds great to me.
Sounds good. Nay, if we ever get to a situation where you have to gamble, I'm really good at gambling, just so you know. And yeah, Ashton,
yeah.
right? Ashton and Chuck. Hey, we're a good team, you and me. We're a good team.
Ashton.
So you dream of you have like the Scrooge McDuck dream of like diving into like huge piles of kolos and just bathing in it.
Beautiful.
It's a good dream.
Oh no, away from you guys.
You dream of like two huge eyes, like staring at you with that strange like mental haze that you can't quite get out of your head. You have a task to complete, Nimue.
I am the prophet.
No. You are the vessel.
Oh.
That ring is going to cause a lot of trouble. Do try to keep our child safe.
Crikey.
You have long dreams of like your family and like your home underground, but every time in the dream when you're dreaming of like a memory or something, you feel like something's wrong. Like each time something's a little off, like a little disturbing, a little askant. And just in like the last memory that you're visiting, you see like a hand creeping around the door frame. Almost
Spoopy.
as something was like hanging on the side of the door and like about to move through it. Although Mankar is not like terrified, it's hard not to be disturbed. Add 2 to your knowing.
Hi.
Hi. You dream of the Reeve Kandar, like stalking through the night. And no, sorry, not stalking through the night. You dream of you and him on this like tiny island with this huge, beautiful red tree. You and Sofia facing off Reeve Kandar as your swords flash and burn. And just this incredible sword fight as you try to push him back. And the dream ends without knowing who wins.
Okay. I'm scribbling.
Let's
It's
hope.
like a Scrooge McDuck kind of thing.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
Welcome, everyone. The night goes through without any problem. Sofia wakes up Mankar. Hey, do you mind if I stick with you before I go to bed?
Yeah, what's up?
I was wondering if you'd show me how to work some of the equipment you have.
Well, it's all a bunch of chimes and whistles, if you will.
Uh-huh. She looks like eagerly at you.
Yeah,
Curiosity
so
burning in her eyes.
this little lever here, you spin it about, and you press the red button. And it shocks people. And then this here thing, I already showed you my headlamp, so
Yeah.
you know how to work that. I don't know what the other things do, but this wire here, made out of metal, it does something called conduct, which means that when the shock comes, it goes through the whole thing. So if I attach it to the pole, it shocks everybody that it touches, and it gets real hot and cooks things.
She listens to you talk and just absorbs everything. She has a very interesting look in her eyes as she's listening to you, just like the excitement of the observing of new knowledge. And eventually she sits down and out like a light. The night is calm, although you hear a lot of skittering outside, but doesn't seem to bother anything.
I'm gonna have my halberd ready.
Okay. You guys awaken to a new day. Sofia is up and like quickly starting like to wake people up gently. Little Chucky like leans over to Ashton's ear and like, "Hey, wake up, champ! You're gonna be a star. Wake up, wake up."
Do I have any contracts to sign?
Hey, kid, come on. Look. We gotta be an early risers. Early birds get the colos. Early birds get the colos. You gotta learn. Also,
Makes a lot of sense.
if we can move quickly, so can the Reeve. We
It's a
should
good
be
point.
careful.
Let's go.
Yeah. This is the crack of dawn, right?
Yes.
We're moving as soon as there's
First
enough light for it to be reasonable.
Yeah. So as you guys
It's
start
good to assume that they're moving at the same time and pace as us. We need to go
or
full
faster.
out.
None of them were really wounded.
Yes.
Right, mate. Let's sprint.
Move.
You guys are
Yeah.
moving quickly. As like the light is touching the fishes, you can see just like various creatures like crawling back into cracks or into caves or hiding under rocks. All the nightlife of the fishers is kind of retreating as the sun rises. There is like you can see in the distance north of you guys as you guys are traveling south, huge thunder clouds like brewing.
Lovely.
What's that?
I'll
Oh,
talk
yeah,
to
I
the
guess
ring
I-
about it.
It makes rain. Like, it makes thunder
Water from the sky.
and water.
Shocks like your device.
Oi, that's awesome.
Actually, you're a lovely lightning rod. Do keep your metal bits down. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
You're
that's
covered
a
in
good
spikes.
point.
Let's move.
You could die.
You guys are moving quick with the storm and potentially the reeve on your heels. You pass the place where the tower tumbled into the abyss. Again, a strange feeling at the back of your neck, but nothing that you can see. We have a little bit down from here. We should make it here before noon. Again, let's move. Well, never mind. We'll worry about it when we get there.
Alright, out with it, Ori.
Well, I mean, I don't know if any of you have strider riding experience, do you?
Nope.
Do I?
All
Yeah.
of you have ridden
I?
on a strider before. None of you have driven a strider before.
Well,
Well,
this is
Ori,
a learning
I
experience.
think that's up to you to drive it, eh?
Oh, fantastic. I'm sure I'll do fine. Well, let's get on with it then.
Do you know? Like, do any of us know anything about driving them?
It's apparently a really personal relationship. They're reasonably intelligent creatures. Communicate through whistles, and they
Drive?
normally have like their rider, who is their kind of their I don't know. It's kind of a dog and owner relationship, but the dog is
Avatar.
like 20 tons, you know.
Okay, so you're saying there's a chance that someone's with this thing?
No, it's been living there alone for a while. Striders generally like people, as long as we are careful and don't hurt it. They're generally good creatures.
And
but
it'll
one of
probably
us-
enjoy the company.
Yeah.
one
I
of
will
us is
take a
going-
step. I will try if you are shy of it.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
creatures.
a little insect for me, but we'll see what we can do. Let's worry about it when we get there.
Yeah.
Oh,
we should
love
get there
bugs.
first.
So
Like,
you guys,
actually, Beatrix loves bugs.
you guys turn the corner, and you're in. So the fissure that is normally in this pretty thin canyon, like opens up into this huge pit. And like rising out of this pit, basically on like an island surrounded by the abyss, is a temple. But this is an old, dilapidated temple, like covered in vines. Just totally overgrown. There are bridges like across to it, but most of them have like crumbled except for one of them, which is looking a little rickety.
Let's go.
I do an insight check on the bridge.
Give me a roll.
Thank you.
That's a 17.
Okay. This will be a delicate thing for the lighter ones among us. It shouldn't be too bad for those who are a little bigger, like Ashton and maybe Ori, and maybe Mankar. Like the bridge might not support their weight.
Here, let us go across first.
I'll lead.
You can leave us behind.
No, we're gonna do it one at a time,
They're gonna
and then we're
take
gonna.
Ashton. They're gonna
Yeah.
take all the colos. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
Could there also be an
If we
angel on
leave
the
you
show?
behind, would we have any way to get to the Kolos? No, I don't care about Kolos. I am
Hey,
willing to
Then
befriend
give me a
this-
colos right now. I can smell on you.
I have
I
five.
go across the bridge.
I'm just gone.
Okay. Sophia, Nimue, and Beatrix head on.
I'm willing to befriend this creature. Are either of you?
You don't know if the creature's necessarily over there. You're just trying to get away. You're just trying to get across. The bridge isn't.
I think
I should have
right
made this a
now,
little more clear. The bridge isn't gonna collapse necessarily. It's just not very stable. You might have to do a little
so
parkour.
one at a time.
Listen, we'll figure out about this creature once we get there. Right now, we have to get those guys across the bridge and then cut it down.
Parkour.
Alright, who's going first?
Me.
Give me a dex check. And everyone get your dex checks ready. Okay. Beatrix
19.
leaps lightly across. Sophia follows.
I got a 10.
Oh, 10, okay. You fall
I
and you
got 5.
feel a little flash from your ring as the hand, or your only hand, with the ring on it, reaches out and grabs on without you even doing anything and pulls you up.
That wasn't so hard.
Next.
Well, I guess I'll go. 7.
Oh, jeez. Mankar
Anyway.
takes a step, slips, and just basically tumbles off.
Oh, I have a grappling hook. Can I throw that down for him to catch?
Yeah, give me a dex check, Frank.
Okay, Sophia and Beatrix, please help me hold this.
Yeah, I'll support.
23.
You throw the grappling hook down. Cameron, give me a dex check to grab it.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
20.
So you just you grab the grappling hook and you feel your arms
I what?
strain as you what?
I what?
You
You
grab
grab the grappling hook.
No, I want to hear how I do it again.
Oh. As the grappling hook's falling down, you reach out and grab it.
No, what's the sound effect though?
Oh. Do you feel satisfied?
Yeah.
The grappling.
Now you're catching on camera.
There you go.
Thanks.
You grab the. You're welcome. You grab the grappling hook and are dangling from it precariously. And Nimue hauls you back up. A little bit of a close run there.
Alright,
Ashton,
thanks, mate.
give
I
me
was
that
just trying to
roll.
go home.
I get the grappling hook ready again.
Ashton.
Is that negative?
No, you actually have a pretty good dex,
That's a
right?
7.
Ashton
Actually.
turns off the side of the bridge. No, you think you're gonna go save Mankar, so you just jump off to get Mankar.
Okay, everybody hold
I
on to
also
the
have
grappling
a
hook. We gotta do this again.
I have one too, so.
Oh my gosh.
Well, let's back him up.
Okay. I throw it down, and then I motion for everybody to grab on, because he's the biggest boy.
Okay, give me a roll. You could potentially pull the entire party into the abyss.
Okay, everybody, plant your feet. That's an 18.
Okay, the
That's
whole
20.
party strains but pulls Ashton back up. You guys are
And I
lucky.
push everyone into the abyss.
I'll let
Damn.
go.
Yeah.
You guys
For now.
this is after spending. It takes you a good long bit to cross this bridge. Is how I'm kind of translating this. This is a 40-minute affair of climbing and making sure people are careful and catching people who fall off, and eventually you make it onto the side of the temple. It smells.
Is there a rope bridge or something?
No, it's an old stone bridge. But it's
Can
kind of
we,
crumbling
throw
as
rocks on it
you're
until
on
it breaks?
Well, let me describe the temple first, then you can decide to break the bridge behind you. This temple just smells of decay and overgrowth, vines and lichen and strange kind of dark brown flowers are blooming and blossoming everywhere. Spores are kind of filling the air, as this whole place is just gross, basically.
Everyone, tie something around your nose and mouth. Spare
Why?
bits of clothing. Nimue, if people don't have cloth, please spare bits of your gown.
You mean my bloody gown? Is
Yes.
it? I mean, it's a very good shade of red right now. Yeah. Okay, I do so.
You guys all kind of cover your faces with cloth. Ori tugs like a strange mask over his face, which just, again, Mankar, you don't recognize. He is using some technology that you know of, but he's got some pretty advanced stuff going on.
Oi, what's that?
He winks at you. Watchman secrets.
Okay, yeah.
As you guys... So, I'll mention what little I know about Striders. Once they've picked their pilot, unless that pilot does something to really break the bond, as it were, that's kind of their mate. You know, not like that, but I mean, as in like a friend.
I'm willing.
Your partner.
I like that.
Yeah.
I would,
Your lover, if you will.
if you will, just, let's all see if we can find it. I mean, they're rather large creatures, but it's going to be holding on somehow to this island. So see if you can find one of its legs.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye out. Who knows what else is
Yeah.
growing on this temple.
I have an aspect survival in the waste. Does that mean I could see any tracks or anything?
Ooh. Yeah. Give me an insight check, Brink. With an advantage.
Oh. Well, it's a 22.
Yeah, so there are definitely Strider tracks here on the temple. Now Striders have like hugely long legs. So if it's like if the head of the Strider, so they're big like chitinous creatures. If the head of the Strider is like maybe 20 meters square, it's a pretty big area that you can kind of sit atop. And then its legs are maybe 100 meters long. Very, very long, spindly legs that allow it to travel very quickly, especially through the fissures. And so they'll wrap their legs around things and kind of, that's how they'll sleep. They'll like wrap their legs around columns normally. But it was walking on top of this island. Full-grown Strider.
I start following the tracks in motion for the others to kind of follow suit.
I'm close on her tail. I mean, I've ridden these things, and I think they're absolute beauties. So I'm eager at the possibilities.
Ashton, with your treasure hunter aspect, you get like a little tingling, a little tingling feeling. Give me an insight
It's my
check.
color sense.
Ooh.
That's a 13.
Okay. You like look over to your left and just on instinct alone like brush away some of the vines on the wall. There is like an old when there's like in like old castles there's like a set of plate mail.
Yeah.
There is a very old like set of knight's armor there.
Snatch it up.
The armor is like mostly really degraded. Or at least it looks like it should be very old, but it's actually in pretty good condition. It's a strange color, almost like a light bluish. You don't know what material it's made out of, but it's very fine. What?
Does it fit?
Strangely enough, it looks like it doesn't, but as you like hold it up, you could almost swear that it grows a little bit, as if it were changing itself to fit you. Hello?
Hello?
What's up?
Oh, what are you doing with the armor?
Putting it on.
You are
Naturally.
wearing a strange set of plate mail.
Cool. You're a lovely shade of blue.
It's a very light shade of blue.
Okay, hold on.
Baby blue,
Is it like our names in
Yes.
the chats?
Yeah. A little lighter than that, but about that
Okay.
color.
I love
So
those baby blues.
you guys are you're moving along. Nimue, you have found so you're at the edge of the this abandoned temple, this island, just in the middle of an abyss. And as you peek over the edge to where the tracks end, and with its legs curled around the center of this island, you see the Strider. They tend to have kind of grayish brown chitin, which is mottled in color. Sometimes they can have spots or stripes, or it can be all one color. Again, it's bulbous, kind of octopus-like head with its long, thick insect legs wrapped, all 6 of them wrapped around the center of the column that this whole temple is sitting upon.
So what coloring is it? Like what patterns?
It's gray. It's mostly like a pale gray with little bit spots and kind of splotches of darker gray along the spot where it's like between its eyes would be. There's like a white diamond shape. This would be considered like a kind of a mutt strider, as like the purest ones are darker in color and are much like they don't have as much discoloration. They normally be one single color, but that's only for like pure breeds. It depends on how you think about it. It's just kind of snoring gently.
With my
beauty.
With my because I also have the aspect that I studied at the current temple. Do I have any books on how to interact with these creatures?
I don't know if you would have ever read into Striders. I mean, can you give me a reason why your character would have, of all the things you could read into?
I think
if anyone, I would have the most prerogative to reading
you can't
shit.
read.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, I might have read about one when I was up, because you said we all rode one at one point, not being the driver.
You guys have all ridden one. They're kind of the only long distance transport that's available. Horses aren't really a thing.
I might have read about one just before I went on a trip on one, just out of curiosity.
I don't think so. There's not that many books. Motion denied.
Okay.
You have no idea. You are all peeking over. You see Ashton waddle in with his beautiful set of plate mail. Chuck is whispering in your ear. He's like, "Hey, you look beautiful. You look great. You look magical. You look blue."
Is he hiding in the plume of the helmet?
Yeah, he's riding on. There's a single blue feather on top, and Chuck is holding on to it with dear life.
Well,
This is all going to my head.
Oi. No.
Miss Lecter, I believe you're anxious for the first attempt.
Yes. Oh, I've always loved these. That was just okay.
Was that just Emma?
Yeah, but, you can take it as
it might as well, right?
Okay, I think making happy trolls is my knitting of this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I am
worries.
actually knitting though.
By the way, how long are you guys good to keep playing? Because let me know if I'm keeping anyone.
However,
I've got to go at 9 because I have to wake up super early.
Okay. Well, we'll play it by ear, but we'll at least go to 9. And we might continue without you, Annalise, if you don't mind. We might take a dinner break there because I need to go have dinner. But would other people be willing to keep going after 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be able to.
Cameron?
Yeah, it's only 7:30 here.
Oh yeah, good point. All right. Well, we'll take a dinner break when Annalise needs to leave.
You always have fun with them.
Oh, well, it seems like you and Chuck are having your own little special party. So.
Sorry, dear.
Give me a so you're how are you approaching this Strider? It is on the side of the temple.
You could grapple hook down if you want.
I kind of make. I don't want to piss it off. Mm-hmm. I kind of make an experimental kind of trill in its direction and see if that catches any attention.
Okay.
I'm being as friendly as I can right now. I'm also in awe and so happy.
It's a pretty big creature, and it's pretty deeply
which
escaped,
means
so
big ears.
That's True. Good point. All right. I'll cede that one to you. It's kind of purring, snoring stops. And you're looking, since it's again it's around the temple. Its left eye, because it has eye on kind of not on the sides of its head, but they're farther apart than a human's would be. So its left eye like opens up, and you're looking at this like big amber eye. And it doesn't look like you've seen domesticated animals in your life. This does not look like one. It's looking at you like pretty sharply and intelligently. And like all of you have heard, so striders tend to communicate with whistles. And so it whistles at you.
Hello.
So it should be noted that striders don't tend to listen by whistling. When you've seen pilots talk with their striders, they're talking like normal. It's the striders kind of whistling at them. Just
Hello. You're very, very gorgeous. May I come down and visit
it like
you?
blushes. Some of like the gray spots beneath its eyes like change color.
Oh, you're so beautiful. I'm going to come down. I hope you don't mind.
It removes. So it kind of moves some of it unwinds itself from the temple, and its legs like go down into the abyss and seem to find like spots in the side of the canyon where it like just grabs on. So it seems to stretch itself with its six long fibrous legs, and its head is up, looking at you with kind of both of its big amber eyes, looking at each one of you.
I kind of give a little dip. Thank you for coming up to see us.
Now that you have a good look at it, it has like a big. So you've seen its left eye as it looked up to you, and you can see its right eye too. Below its right eye, there is a huge scar. You don't know what did this. It looks like a huge bunch of slashes. But they're old. It's an old scar.
That doesn't still bother you, does it?
It gives kind of like a so-so sort of answer.
Oh.
It motions to all of you and gives kind of a questioning whistle as if kind of asking who you are.
My name is Beatrix. These are my companions. We heard you lived here. We were wondering if you if you would be willing to travel.
It seems kind of uncertain and a little nervous.
Perfectly understandable. I've heard you've been here for a long time.
It nods.
Oh, you're a darling.
It seems to be like it moves its head closer and kind of looks at each one of you at very close range. First it looks at Ashton in the blue armor with little Chuck holding on to the plume of the helmet. Then it moves on. Ratatouille. And then it moves on to Nimue in your bloodstained with one arm in your bloodstained wedding dress. Then to Sofia in her apprentice's garb, sword still sword's not out. Sorry, I forgot. Looking curiously back at the strider, moves to Ori in his long trench coat with his dark hair, with his strange mouth covering. Mankar, the grubby little Depthgroveller. I'm assuming you're small. Maybe that's just racist. Are you?
No, I'm super tall.
Perfect. Okay, Mankar.
I'm pretty much like me in real life.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like 6'2"?
6'1", but yeah.
Anyways, looks at normal heighted Mankar, and then finally at Beatrix.
Well, would you mind if we hung around, or perhaps we can entertain you with our stories from outside? You seem to have been
It nods.
for a while.
And it very curiously, you can tell as soon as you said the word stories, it lit up.
Oh, we have tons. How close is it to me?
Like hand, you could reach out and touch the white like diamond between its eyes.
Is it like chitin or like?
Yeah, it's all this whole thing is kind of chitinous and fibrous. It's a pretty tough creature.
I must say, your diamond is quite impressive.
It rolls its eyes.
Oh, hush. You're all beautiful. Anyway, let's sit around. Let's tell some stories. They seem quite intrigued.
The strider like wraps its legs around the center column of the temple, but with its head over and looks at Ashton like nods excitedly.
Wait, does it want me to tell a story?
I think it wants
yeah.
a story from each of us. So start thinking, people.
Okay.
Does anyone have one right off the bat so other people can
I
think?
actually, Nimue pulls out her, she has like a, just kind of a scroll she messes with, like a tatted old, like, kind of like riddle. Here, let me just pull it up. I have it. This is I still don't know what the meaning, but I discovered it a few years ago. Take me down to the gates of hell, where a behemoth horde guards a worth of fell, where an undead brute is the creature's king, trained from birth to kill anything. Washed away by the fissure's break, feeling burdened by all this pain. Confess your sins should tell you all, echoing in the wailing halls. Watch the moon as she moves to the goddess's tune. For in death and unity, the sisters three gain lunacy.
Crikey, mate.
That? Wow.
Just something I picked up.
That might be very interesting. We'll have to talk about that sometime. Maybe after all this
Yes.
ring business is over with. You have something... Well, perhaps that's a story for another time, but I might have an idea what that is. Well, who's next? The strider nods excitedly and like looks around at you guys.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
So, once upon a time, way, way far in the east,
That's how you know it's gonna be a good one.
there was a little boy who had pretty much like a great life. Like his parents loved him, and like they had food, and it was fantastic. Until one day, he saw somebody who had an even better life than he did. So he ditched everything he had, and he went after that. And they ended up stabbing him in the. And they decided, like the boy decided, well, I'm just gonna try to get what's best for me instead of worrying about other people. And it turned out pretty well for him. Adventurous and like got a lot of revenge and lost a lot of things, and it was overall a really wholesome life experience.
Chuck on your plume is like crying, like weeping. Hey, it reminds me of my life. He's so emotional. It's so beautiful. Hey man, it's so beautiful.
My reputation for telling great stories.
Can you
Of
put
course.
as your aspect the greatest bandit storyteller of all time? No one else is touched by your stories except for like people obsessed with greed. but for those people, they're super touched.
Okay, so what's the Strider's reaction to this?
Just like it's just kind of fascinated. This poor thing has been so lonely for all the years. It doesn't.
Good, we know it's not a bandit then.
Yeah. All right, I'll go
It does
next.
seem it like nuzzles you, Ashton. In thanks.
Oh,
I'll go next.
Go ahead.
So, I'll tell a bit of a different story. Once upon a time, near a temple, there was a girl who grew up with her family in the way of the sword. It was a good life, but the area was plagued by people who hated everything and ran over the town, tried to take the temple. These people showed the girl that people like that. Fuck. Never mind. I just forgot everything. God damn it.
So as Beatrix is sitting there, you just kind of, I imagine you just like trail off and are just lost, kind of in thought. And the Strider kind of goes up and like nuzzles you, and you feel this creature just like kind of does the same like purring, snoring thing that.
I kind of I touch it gently.
As you put your hand on it, there is like a flash, and you feel in that moment the Strider has picked its pilot. There is this like quick, bright, I know, feeling of this link between you two, and then it's gone.
Hello, lovely.
The Strider like looks at you, and then looks back, and then kind of has a happy look to its eyes, and then looks over at to Mankar.
Right, mate. You like things a little darker.
It kind of like, it looks like I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to describe this facial expression. It looks like it looks excited and curious.
So, where I'm from, you may have been when you were but a hatchling crawling through the dank tunnels of the Depthgroveller's underkeep. Well, one day, me and a party were looking for some lost tech, and we stumbled across a vast underground lake. Now, this lake is uncharted as much of the underground is, but this lake had an aura about it. It was very still and had this reeking smell to it. Now, we had heard of things that lived down there, but indescript and uncommon they were. So, as we were down there, we decided to make camp, and throughout the night, despite having a watch, some people disappeared from the camp. Nobody knows why to this day, but there's strange things that happen down there. And I'm sure if you spent any time in the Underdepth, you great bug, that you may have encountered some of these things. Strange, incomprehensible terrors that make the average man quake in his boots and lose sleep in the night. So, I hope we can come to an understanding that there's things out there that should not be touched, but should also be respected.
The Strider looks at you with like a great amount of respect, and like just gives you like a look, and you get the sense it's a look like this one knows the ways of the world. As you guys are, you are there in the temple, and Sofia like tugs you on the, Mankar like just tugs on your belt, your tool belt. Mr. Mankar, I hate to interrupt your story. I think we have some visitors on the bridge.
Well, are they the swordsmen?
I think so. You guys
Let's
look
cut
over
the bridge
and like
down.
moving, and like on the other side of the bridge, you see the Reeve and his swordsman. His body's completely back. He looks uninjured.
All right.
Beatrix, do you have a good connection with this Strider?
As far as I understand, well, we'll worry about that later. I think we might want to be making a quick escape.
I'm going to
Abominations.
sprint over to the bridge.
That is
and
what all of you are.
I'm going to run over the bridge and cut it down with the halberd.
It is a
No.
stone bridge.
Oh,
I
Stay with us.
I thought it was a rope.
No,
Stay with us.
It's a stone bridge.
I I set a hand on the edge of my new friend. You accepted me. Are you willing to go with us? Because if you are, we need to go now.
It gives kind of an affirming
Everyone
whistle
on
and
board.
lowers its head down.
Everyone on board now.
You
Let's
can
get out of here.
run, abominations, but I will always follow. Give me that ring, and I will give you your freedom.
We're on the thing, right?
Yeah.
We're on the Strider. I'm
No,
no
Why don't you find your
abomination.
soul first, you red-headed stepchild?
I'm no abomination. I'm a survivor, and don't you forget it.
As soon as Nimue finishes that sentence,
Wait, you cut out.
Beatrix.
my friend, north to the Temple of Cairn. And I kind of touch her. I touch them in that direction. Please, as fast as you can.
It like rushes off and pulling from like a case on his back, Reeve Kandar like throws his spear at the Strider on. It embeds itself in like the chitin of the back of its head. The Strider like cries out with a piercing whistle, but continues moving on. Its legs like finding purchase on the walls. On the end of it's really long. Of each of its long legs are these like maybe 20 fingers that are just kind of like cutting into the rock and finding places. This thing's moving incredibly fast, but its head is very, very stable. So as you guys, it has like crests of its skull, which you guys are like hiding behind to like cover from the wind. And it's moving quickly as Kandar and the rest of his swordsmen, you see, he waves them and they start moving along the side of the cliff in your direction. You and the Strider are on your way to Cairn. And that is where we're going to take our little break.
Yeah.
We're going to do, I want to just hear like a little bit, we're going to do like a mid-session thing, because I just want to hear how people are thinking about the session so far, because we're starting to get into where I think this campaign is going. Just starting from the top, and we'll go down how you feel about the session so far, just like in a single phrase if you can describe it. Annalisa.
Fun. I'm having fun.
Having fun. Brink.
Amazing story.
Cameron.
Kieran's an ass.
You mean Kandar?
Yeah, whatever. The redhead.
Okay, Emma.
I love it, and I'm so excited about my new friend.
Annalisa, favorite moment, or any moment that struck you.
Hey, honey.
Bonding with Chuck.
Your little fairy boy. Hello. Your
Yes.
fairy boy. Yes. Brink, favorite moment.
I liked when we were all giving the stories to the Strider.
Yes. Cameron, favorite moment so far.
When Ori shoved dynamite into Kandar's mouth.
Good choice. Emma.
I think,
Yeah. the
I like
Striders.
my new bug buddy.
Yes, I love Striders.
I'm really good at this. Yeah.
So
And yeah.
the basically I want to give my phrase, which was just beginning, and my favorite moment, I like how the story is taking place. Again, this is all improv, so it's exciting to see where things are falling in. But yeah, I'll be curious to see who you guys meet, and obviously we'll go to Kieran basically as soon as I come back. I will try to be back in like, I'm really just gonna grab dinner, and I can't eat dinner and DM at the same time. So I'm just gonna have
Are you
dinner.
sure?
I think like 20 minutes. We'll see. I'm a slow eater. All right. So you guys are oh yeah, I'm really out of it. So my head's in a different space. Okay. Rushing atop Odegra, on the head, on the kind of the crested head of Odegra. You guys are just zooming along the fissures. Watching them all pass behind you. You can see as you pass by these, I mean, Striders travel pretty quickly, and you're just zooming along. As you pass the ruined, massacred village that you guys were at, you can see it's swarming with more swordsmen. The Reeve has, it seems like a pretty large following, and you've definitely made an enemy. As you continue past, the fissure gets shallower and shallower and shallower, and where although you kind of are the fissures, this area that you guys have been in so far in this entire season, is, imagine there's like this big flat gray plain of just stone that goes on for hundreds of miles, and you're kind of traveling in the cracks on that plain. But after 20 minutes or so of travel, which is probably around 20 miles or a little more, you reach the end of your crack, and Odegra like pulls with its six legs, like pulls you out of the crack. You're just, I mean, moving at a very incredible pace on this flat stone plain, which starts to move into these foothills with pine trees and kind of coarse dirt ground. Odegra is breathing hard as they're moving quickly, and you guys recognize the area around Kieran. You turn a corner, and there it is, nestled in a valley nestled in its own little valley against these two towering mountains. Is a pretty a shining city. For Etos in its modern state, this is a bustling metropolis of thousands, maybe 10,000 people in all. Kieran is a huge temple. It's a shining city overlooking this. It is built almost. The city cups this lake that is at the bottom of this valley that you guys are kind of looking over. It's filled with pine trees, and is obviously kind of in the shadow of these two big mountains that it's against. But the entire city is built kind of to cup the lake, and it kind of encircles it. And the high temple, the area where all the actual temple activities go, is high up on the top of the mountains, and actually like a bridge between the two mountains. You can see stairways that spiral around the two mountains and thousands of steps, and the temple is kind of suspended between the two mountain peaks. It's a pretty incredible sight of architecture, and even for those of you who've been to Kieran before, still a thing of wonder.
We've got a radical new view.
Radical new view, that's for sure.
All right. Is there like a specific spot for them for striders to stay?
Yeah, you see there are these big. There's a spot on the mountain on the right. There's kind of a cliff face where a couple other striders have kind of like clutched around the cliff and have lowered their heads there so people can depart. And you can see swordsmen on that cliff like waving flags at you. None of you have ever piloted a strider before, so you have no idea what those flags mean, but they seem quite urgent.
We go forwards.
Okay.
Slowly.
It's
We don't
interesting
wanna-
what sort of link you have with Odegra. As Beatrix just almost like wills to go forward, it seems like Odegra just gets the message. There's kind of a level of communication that that is just almost telepathic. It's not. It's just. It's understood.
Yeah.
Add Strider Pilot as one of your aspects, please.
Okay. Basically, forward towards the funny flags and food, rest, and healing, and your thanks to it. To them.
Odegra is exhausted, and remember, it did get like stabbed.
Oh yeah.
By Karen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Can
saying. Healing.
I'll go to the back of Odegra and like pull out the spear.
You wrench it out of the chitin. It wasn't anywhere close to like a real dangerous wound. I mean, its chitin is pretty strong, but it's still gonna hurt and bleed.
Yeah.
It has kind of a thick, blackish, brownish blood. Almost more of like a pus than blood.
Yeah.
Odegra just exhaustedly wraps its legs around one of the strider columns and nestles its head against the cliff. A couple swordsmen move in onto up to the strider and make salutes. I'm Shansu of the 5th. May I present my protege, Akato of the second.
Lector of the 6th. My apprentice, Sofia of the 1st.
Present your passengers.
In the gown is Nimue, Mankar in all the funny bits and wires,
Aye.
and what's his name again? Ori. Ori.
A Watchman.
Yes.
We haven't seen one of you in these parts for a long time, at least not so conventionally as this. Well, I thought I'd see the place. Have a good look around. That's quite a city you have here. As long as you don't cause any troubles, I'm sure we won't have any problems.
Right. Were these two like ones that were waving us with flags? Yeah. Right. My apologies. I know not of the signal flags. Is there someone who can give us a hand? Odegra is injured. I kind of gesture backwards.
You're the pilot, I'm assuming?
Yes, I know none of the signals, however.
The dock fees are 5 kolos, and for a simple addition of, well, we'll take care of your strider as part of the dock.
I cough up my whole 5 kolos.
Bam. They send people over to a couple civilians kind of run over and start patching up Odega. Well, you seem to have all come from great battle. All are wounded and bloody.
Yes.
Was it a tale of honor? That's a kind of a little suspicious statement. He's just uncertain. I don't know, that could be considered an insult. But he is more just kind of like, I mean, he's asking, you just came into a town that he's watching over.
It is a strange tale. I am employed for the usual finding tasks as a free sword is. It is vitally important that I speak to. Hold on, Nathan, who exactly hired me? Was it the priest or the reeve?
Yes, the priest Latario hired you.
Yeah, it is vitally important that I speak to Latario. I have something that I believe is only for his ears. Speak with him, he will know the name. He will know my name. He hired me personally for this.
I will send a message to him as soon as possible, and I will arrange with an audience for an audience if it is doable. I believe Latario is busy as of now, and the soonest he will be available would be for a dinner. You have 6 hours at your disposal. Please
Wonderful.
Enjoy the city. And I can recommend some healers if it is necessary. Some
Yes.
good herbalists.
That would be lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Go to 6 and Smithenson's. That street should have a well-respected herbalist. For a reasonable price, if money's an object.
Thank you.
Oh wait, I have like since I live in this city, do I have like an apartment?
Yeah, you probably have an apartment. Yeah.
Yeah, can I just like stop by there to see if I left any like kolos?
Sure. Yeah, you have your life savings of 45 kolos.
Nice. And then I head over to like
I'm assuming you change out of your bloody wedding dress.
Yes, I go and I take on like a cloak and I kind of like cover up like the place I don't have an arm on.
A glove might not be a bad idea too.
That's an excellent idea. I grab a glove.
A what?
A glove.
A glove.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you guys pop on over to the.
Yeah, I think it's best that we travel as a pack.
Yeah.
So you guys are you? There's kind of a brusque older man with spectacles. Well, what'll it be today? Look a little beaten up. I'm assuming just in at the Strider dock.
Yes. Hey, Brink, can I make a suggestion?
What's up?
Is Nimue the kind of person that would dramatically fling off the...
What was that?
Is Nimue the kind of person that would dramatically fling off the cloak?
Not in this situation.
We have need of much healing. and advice on certain bits of it.
Well,
Do we have a private place, healer?
of course. Come into the back room. I'm assuming you have the Kolos.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much?
Well, let's see what I have to do first.
I don't have an arm.
Well.
If you couldn't see, you know.
Well, not much I can do about that. I can.
I mean, I actually only need
I
one.
can patch up those slashes on your chest, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay.
You've healed as much. I've already healed you as much as you
Yeah.
can get. He looks over the wounds, and kind of marvels. I don't know what. How did these wounds heal? What did you do to them?
I look over to Ori.
He gives you a meaningful look.
I'm a fast healer.
He gives the herbalist eyes like the obvious Watchman in the corner. Huh. Well, you're good. Next. Mankar, remind me of your wounds again.
I don't know, but I just have 4 tokens of damage
I think
still.
you got whacked by a bunch of hands. The big hands from last episode. And
I know that was part of it.
I think that was
You fell off the bridge a few
Oh.
times.
Oh yeah, I did tumble a few times.
He tends to you. You'll heal fine. Put these salves on your wounds and you'll feel a little better. Take
Fair enough.
two tokens back. You next.
All right.
How wounded is Beatrix? I don't know how much damage she's taken.
I'm fine.
All right.
You healed me of my 1 token of heat damage.
Sophia's also like a little bruised, but he gives her some salve. Ori's fine. Very good. All minor, and in most cases, 8 kolos should be fine.
Yeah, I got it.
Right, mate. I don't have any kolos. What's that?
Don't worry, I'll cover it. It's money. It's currency.
And to give you perspective, a kolos is about a meal. So that's 8 meals, and to give you a rough idea of how much things cost, you know.
Yeah.
But you can live on 1 kolos a day, you know, and get just kind of a simple meal each day. But obviously, just to give you an idea. Okay. Well, pleasure doing business with you. Anything else you need? If you're going back into combat, I can sell you some potentially useful items.
Like,
However, briefly, I was.
Oh wait, so Brink, you're cutting out like so much. I didn't get anything you just said.
Well, I kind of stopped halfway through, but
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it depends what you want, of course. As an honest apothecary, I can sell you some salves and some basic, boring things. Now, if I were an dishonest apothecary, a terribly immoral herbalist, I could sell you some nasty things to put on those blades of yours. Poisons, acids, some real fun. Interested?
Nimue, like, eyes immediately pick up. Do you have any paralysis potion? And
That's expensive.
how?
I'll sell it for 30 kolos a vial, and they're not big vials either.
Hmm.
And it ain't the good stuff. It's above your pay grade.
Perhaps
There's
I'll
a
do my
million
business.
poisons and infecting agents you could get. You're picking the highest stuff on the shelf. What do you want? I could make you something too, if you got the kolos. Or something of trade. Nothing? Fair enough.
How much do we really need poison? I mean,
I don't know. You tell me. I'm just trying to provide healing items, anything you need. All good with me. If you need anything.
I could trade you. Oh, I could trade you this longbow, which I would not need to use anymore.
He laughs at that. Fair enough. As an honest apothecary, I'll never use a longbow, but I have some friends. He shows you like a mark on his wrist, It is of like it looks of like kind of a black teardrop tattooed on his wrist. Not really noticeable unless he'd specifically pointed it out to you. Keep an eye out for anyone with this mark. We can always sell you what you need. And I'll give you a solid 5. I can give you. It's a bit of an old piece. I'll give you 4 colors for it.
Is that included an old piece?
He's saying it's like an old bow.
Oh, well. Oh, he's going to give me 4 colors.
He'll pay you 4 colors for it.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, actually, I was going to trade 4 colors and... What was it called that he put on the wounds?
Salve. It's like very, very basic healing salve.
Is that like just basically like a med kit to like stop?
It doesn't even heal a token. It'll like heal you over time if you have time. But it won't even heal you that much.
Well, that sounds like a trade worthy of this bow.
Fair enough.
Okay,
You
so
guys have to
how
like
many...
tell me and confirm things. Just so you know.
So that's he's gonna give me 4 colors and how many Zolv?
I'll give you enough for 3 uses. It's plenty for an old bow such as that.
Can I do an insight check on my bow?
It's way nicer than that. So yeah, keep an eye out that people are gonna try to like. They don't want to give you the best price. You don't even
Listen,
have to
buddy. This bow ain't owed. It's been. It's actually, I think I bought it right before I.
Okay, just so you know, Brink, you're cutting out like crazy, but I get your idea. I get the idea of what you're saying. Fine. You didn't look like you know what you're talking about. 5 colos. And I'll give you a big jar of salve. Enough for 6 uses. That's as much as you're getting. And don't haggle again or you won't get anything at all.
Can I do an insight check on this guy to see if I can actually...
Yeah. Give me an insight check.
Sorry, I still had the other thing copied and paste. This could take a second.
That's okay.
It's a 7.
You're unsure as to how you feel if he's telling the truth or not. Take it now, kid, or go.
You know what? I'm gonna keep on hold of my bow for a bit.
Your choice.
Just an old bow.
Yeah. See you around. Is there anything else you guys want to go? So the whole city is yours to explore. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. He's the guy at the dock said you might be getting a visitor. The earliest you'd get a message around dinner time. So you have like 5 or so hours. Is there any place you'd like to visit, or would you like to ask people what's in the city, or would you just like to wait until you can have an audience? What would you like to do?
I'm gonna ask Ori what he would do to like get tech or whatever in the city.
There ain't no tech here. This is the middle of nowhere. Well, it's a quite beautiful city, of course, but I mean, quite backwards. There's nothing of import here.
Come on, mate. There must be something here. The underground, maybe. Not literally, of course. I'm sure I would know about that.
Well, my friend, I mean, I don't think you remember the Watchman last time I checked. I quite like you, little fella, but I think I'll be keeping my secrets to myself, you know? Nothing personal, of course.
The Underdock is... I'm sure we could come up with an agreement.
You've got nothing to offer me that I don't have already. I guarantee you that.
Oh, really?
100%. I have a how about this? I'll prove it to you.
Whatever, mate.
Alright, fair enough.
I was gonna head to the library.
The library? That is the temple.
Oh, okay. So does that require like an invite?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's like less than 100 books in it. It's very, very sacred. Emma, is there any place you want to head, or just like you guys want to wait?
I'd I don't know. I'd probably spend some time just chit chatting with Odegra, honestly.
Alright, so you head back to the docks. He's recovering fine, and honestly, he's been just kind of chilling at the temple. That's probably the most like running he's done in a while. Striders can live for hundreds of years, so you have no idea how old he is. But he's just fast asleep. He's unconscious.
Yeah.
So you're
Right.
just chilling with him.
Well, it's chilly.
As you guys are, so you guys are just kind of hanging around the docks. You're chatting a bit, just spend some time. You do so. Nimue, you get a tap on your shoulder, the one that's still there. And it's someone you knew from back at Kieran. He is a young scholar, a young priest. And he basically. Oh, give me a sec. Sorry.
What's up?
I just need to check something. He's a young scholar at Kieran, a young priest. And he's basically he's always been interested in your adventures, and then sometimes he's sponsored like some of your explorations of places. He even went with you once, although he's not really much one for violence, or he's much more excited about reading about these exciting things than experiencing them. His name is Peter. Nimue, oh, it's so wonderful to see you again. Where are you? Oh my God, what happened?
A lot of stuff.
You're telling me.
Unfortunate events.
Weren't you? You were. Where were you going last time? Weren't you just climbing and trying to find one of those old abandoned caves near that bandit camp, right?
Yes, I was, and I kind of looked to my compatriots, and then things went messy.
Oh.
And then things went quiet, and then I lost my arm.
Well, I'm so sorry. It's a terrible thing. He looks at like the stump and kind of pales and looks away. And then he looks at Mankar. And you're still wearing sunglasses?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So those are not a common thing. Very unique to a certain group of people. And his eyes widen. He looks like a kid at a candy shop. An undergroveller. I've only read
Depthgroveller.
Oh, so sorry. Depthgroveller. I've only read about your people. I'm Peter. It's so wonderful to meet you. He's got like his hand's kind of shaking.
Yeah, mate. All right.
He has like the worst handshake ever. It's like a limp fish, but a really like floppy limp fish. It's like he's very excited to shake your hand. Just has no like firmness to it at all. I would love to interview you if you wouldn't mind.
I suppose that'd be all right.
Yes, I can pay you a little bit of my stipend as well. And of course, who are you? He looks at the swordsman. That's you, Ems.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, just check.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I'm here. I'm just thinking. Lector of the Sixth. I do odd jobs for the temple. My apprentice, Sofia, first.
She nods. Pleased to meet you. Wow. 2 free swords as well. I heard you were working with Lothario. Oh, he's
Yes.
incredible. I hope to be like him
Indeed.
someday. Well, so you don't mind if I pull your Grundergroveler friend away, do you?
No, not at
Depthgroveller.
all.
Ah, yes. Of course. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can pay you 3 kolos.
Who?
You.
Peter, you're a
I'm
friend. You can do
interviewing.
it. We'll do it for free.
Oh, of course.
No. I'll take the Colos.
Yeah, it's no trouble at all. No trouble at all. So Peter like takes you to like a small just cafe and just like interviews you about your home and your people. Nothing like invasive. Just more like cultural questions. He's fascinated by like architecture, so he asks you a bunch of questions. It goes on. It's nothing. He's not a very fascinating. Like his interests seem to be pretty trivial from your perspective. Just very like boring parts of of academia. But yeah, he pays you 3 calls, and he seems just like thrilled by the fact that he's met. And every time he will pronounce the name of your people a different way, to perhaps Mankar's frustration.
And every single time I go, Depthgroveller.
Oh, sorry. After the about 60 minutes of interview. So, why are all of you in the city?
I don't know. I don't even know
We're-
this place is, mate.
We're going to
it's
have a
Cairn,
meeting
the
with,
greatest temple of learning ever to exist. Since the Empire, of course.
and that's
Oh,
why,
all
and that's
right.
why we're here, Peter. We're having a meeting with the priest soon.
Lothario?
About yes, it has something to do with our most recent, and I kind of like motion with my stub.
You don't have a stub,
Outing.
so you know.
Oh, I motion with my
Your hand.
yeah.
Well, I certainly won't pry, although I'll admit to my curiosity. I wish you the
In
best of
fact,
luck.
actually, can I take Peter aside really fast?
Yeah, sure. To Pendragon Zone aside?
Oh yeah,
Ooh, okay.
Pendragon Zone. Well, I guess not really, because I'm literally just gonna ask him basically. Peter, I need you to do some research into something.
Of course, I'd be happy to. Name the topic.
Artifacts.
Well, you've picked a pretty broad group of research. Can you give me something more specific?
But
You might as well have
I'm
just
giving-
said tools.
That's why I'm giving you a name. The Stormfire.
He goes like pale. And like looks at you with wide eyes. Oh, I've never heard of it.
That's why I needed to do.
But I'll look into it if I can. I'll see if there's anything on it in the
Exactly.
library. Once I get a
Thank
permit
you.
for it, of course.
Thank you, Peter.
He knows something, and I'm not sure if you just made the best decision. This is
Well,
Emma, by the way.
Oh, I'm telling the priest about it anyway.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, remember there are different factions in the priest. They're
Oh.
they're the politicians of this world.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's some of them they're a mix of like actual priests and therapists and politicians and like guidance counselors. They can be a bit of everything and like professors as well. But they can be incredibly good people or very nasty
Slimy.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Emphasis on slimy. As Peter like rushes away, excited with whatever's just been given to him, a squadron of like swordsmen arrive at the docks. One of them introduces himself. His name doesn't matter his name. But he's a sixth. By the way, we're deciding that you're a fifth. Just so you know, that's the official Nathan ruling.
Yeah, we did that a bit ago.
Oh, okay, sorry. So yeah, the sixth announces himself. You have an audience with Lothario in the temple. We will escort you there immediately. Ori
good.
is he's not here. He's kind of just disappeared out of the picture. But Sofia and you three are ready to go. It's about 4 o'clock when you get this summons. And it takes like a few hours to walk up the stairs. It's quite the journey as you like hike up around this mountain, these long kind of ancient stone stairways, all along the path of these vibrant red trees with beautiful leaves. And as you go there, people kind of praying at each tree to the goddess, and all these prayer wheels that are continuously turning and making kind of these clattering sounds as the things inside them fall over and over and over again. As you arrive at the top of the right tower, the eastern tower, which you guys are on, you are at the bridge, the right side of the bridge to the temple, which is again suspended between the two mountain peaks. There's a good number of swordsmen here, and they're saluting and presenting and doing all the swordsman traditions. And eventually, you are allowed through the whole guard. The whole set of guards and gates and walls onto the bridge. Now that you are there, all the swordsmen just let you be. Now, the reason that they do this is, of course, just to remind everyone, the temples are considered to be sacred places, and that priests are what's called sacrosanct. It means that no one kills priests. Bandits, I mean, swordsmen, you can't declare them abominations. They're kind of, no one ever hurts priests in this world. It's even been said, although it's hard to test, that monsters won't even kill priests. There's kind of a special quality about them, so that's why no one's worried about you really doing anything up to this point. There are a few swordsmen around, but they're more there for ceremony than they are for protection.
Yeah.
This like suspended temple is really striking. And falling from it is like waterfalls from the temple. Now, this is strange because this temple is suspended in midair by like two bridges. So you have no idea where the water's coming from, but it seems to be coming in like a constant stream downwards into the lake below it. That again, the town is nestled around. You see priests in their gray robes, like going about their business. Priests have ranks just like swordsmen, but it's not really for commoners really to know about them. Unless it was really important to do so. Priests tend to just, I'm a priest, I don't need to pull which rank I am. But you're quickly approached by a young priest. Can I help any of you?
This isn't Latario, right?
No. He's an older priest of a very high rank. Yeah, what can I do for all of you?
I was hired by Latario some time ago about a matter, and is of the utmost importance that I speak to him.
The audience. I read about this in the schedule. I will get you there immediately.
Thank you.
You're quickly escorted inside the temple, past priests praying and writing things. It's a pretty small place for all of its beauty, and again, the red trees kind of blooming in the suspended little island. Eventually, you arrive at the center. I'm looking at all the books here, which again, more books than any of you have ever seen. Less than 100, but big, beautiful tomes illustrated with beautiful calligraphy and drawings, and this is an incredible wealth of knowledge in this post-apocalyptic world. As you arrive in the center, there is the pool where all this water is flowing out of, and in this center of the pool there's a little island with a red tree. Just not very much room on it, just enough like you could have a few people.
Nathan?
Yeah?
Pendragon's own place.
My favorite words. Yes?
This is the island, isn't it?
It is indeed. Good job. Is that your question?
I for once I actually remembered to write down all of my dream.
Good job.
Okay. I was scribbling furiously as you were telling me.
I'll return you to the dungeon.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Alright, so
I'm Speedy. Anyway.
the young priest who's escorting you bows to all of you. Latario is awaiting me there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. He trots away.
All right, I'll
There's
lead
an
the charge.
old priest kind of sitting in the middle with a book open in front of him. The pool's quite shallow.
I wade across.
Bam. Sofia follows you.
How
I guess
high is she? Like,
I go too.
how deep is she in it?
It probably goes up to her shoulders.
Oh,
I keep an eyeball on her.
She'll be fine.
I mean,
This one's not much of a-
I have faith, but I just want to make
just
sure.
in case.
I'm gonna take all of my tech and hold it above my head as I cross the
Yeah.
pool.
A couple of the priests give your things interesting looks, but you notice that the sound of the water like going over the edge is the perfect sound just to block any sound out from around this island, and that there's no possible way anyone could hear anything that's being said. This is perfectly constructed to be
Thank
a perfectly private area. Priests are very interested in subtlety. And this is something that all of you, besides Mankar, will have spoken to a priest before, and they tend to like indirectness. They tend to like kind of telling you things, but also meaning another thing, and double meanings and triple meanings, and instead of just saying like this person is in danger, they'd rather hint at it, Especially since priests, although they're not forbidden from lying, it's quite a discouragement, so they'd rather dissemble and hide and distract. So they're kind of slimy people. Even the kind ones have a little slimy with their language, so keep an ear out for that I would if I were any of you.
Salutation.
You cut out so badly there, Brink.
Oh,
He said
salutations.
salutations.
You'll have to speak up, young one. I don't have the ears I once had.
Get closer. Salutations.
Ah, Nimue, I almost didn't see you.
I look quite different.
You're unarmed.
Ha! I laugh.
He looks.
Yes, she is.
The toothless old man. I mean, he's pretty old, especially for Etos. Definitely past the average life expectancy. Looks quite pleased with himself. Tiny little guy in his strong roll. He gently closed the book and like puts it in this like a little metal box and clicks it closed. What can I do for you, Beatrix, Sofia? Pleasure, of course, and
Yes.
I know those glasses. Someone from the underdepths.
Yeah, mate.
Your name? I am Priest Lothario. What is your name?
Mankar.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Mankar. We do not see enough of your people. I have an opportunity for you once we have finished our conversation, but we must speak of it later.
Yeah, alright.
Now, I have heard interesting tales. Perhaps
Yes.
we can speak of news before we speak of important matters. You know how I like to discuss small topics. I heard interesting tidbit, for example, that an old temple was visited a few hours ago, and also that a village nearby has been sacked and destroyed.
Yes.
Interesting information.
What you've heard is quite true.
Well, and of course, the news of a new reeve traveling about, as reeves rarely do.
Yes,
Very fascinating.
indeed.
I would never be opposed to such a figure, as reeves are always ordained by the holy goddess. But of course, we are all blinded by our own paths upon this world, and who knows what is right or wrong, and who's wise enough for such things in these old times. Speak to me of your adventures, all of you, in your accounts, and tell me what you know, or what you wish to tell me. It will all be the same either way. What do you guys tell him?
Alright, mate. I'm just, I was going up, and then I had to go back down. Some people died along the way, and now I'm here after I rode on a giant bug, Strider.
I like the simplicity of your people, as always. I will need a little bit more detail surrounding that. And he looks pointedly, almost as if he can see through the glove, at Nimue's hand.
Yeah.
Well, it appears, and I kind of laugh, I've gotten engaged.
Congratulations. I would be honored to officiate.
How are you with dragons?
He raises an eyebrow. The mythical creature.
The real life creature.
Unaccustomed to them, perhaps, would be the answer. Enlighten me of the nature of your new husband.
You're aware of the Warlock Tower?
Yes.
Well, he traded the name Warlock for Dragon. And in his words, transcended humanity and transcended God.
Are you saying this warlock from the Empire days has managed to turn himself into a dragon?
According to the dragon, that is what happened.
Fair enough, fair enough. Words can be so deceitful sometimes, slipping one way and then the next. Then the next.
And then the Reeve did not seem happy with my new status, and I was quickly disarmed.
He kind of giggles at that. I do appreciate your humor. Come, let's see it then.
I take off the glove and present it to him.
He looks closely at it. That is a dangerous thing. You will not wish you'd had it by the end.
Something tells me you're right.
It is powerful and could be wielded. It is a magical battery. But that is the least of its abilities. I am not wise enough to see the others. Perhaps an expert in artifacts could tell you more. But even the High Temple of Kirn does not know.
Do you know of somebody who would?
I may know of someone who could answer your questions. There are others who could say they could answer your questions. Perhaps the Watchman that you were seen with in the city knows of some people. I am not connected with the Watchman and will have my own contacts. Happens to be a Depthgroveller, you said your people were?
Yeah, mate.
Happens to be a Depthgroveller living in a city far from here.
Does he have a name?
Uncle Barry.
No. Uncle Barry is a fine enough gentleman, but he's a drunkard. No.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm proud of it, mate. No, he is, what was his name? Age does weigh upon you sometimes. I wasn't as sharp as I was when I was younger. Roland, that's the man I'm thinking of. Part of an old enclave of knights deep underground. I could provide you with some information, but there are many who will want that. That ring will emit a magical pull. There are many, man and monster alike, who would seek it, and some who would blur the line between the two.
I think I met one of them.
I think you have. There's little any can do to help you with such things. Reeves
I
are
do not
dangerous people.
I do not mean to pry on the knowledge of the Reeves and how they reincarnated.
And you will not pry at all. How courteous of you.
Oh.
I can give you the information directed to Roland, but you have a more interesting problem. It will be a long journey of many weeks, even by Strider, and perilous as well.
We could just go underground, mate.
That contains its own perils. Whichever way you take, there will be perils, and you are very few. Remind me, Miss Beatrix, how close are you to the rank of 6th?
Very.
I believe your apprentice is due for a rank as well, but you will need more than that.
Yes.
Consider some precautions you could take before the journey. From the reports of my friends, whoever and wherever they may be, you barely survived the journey here.
Yes.
If not for a certain new long-legged friend of yours, it would be the death of all of you.
Indeed.
There are some who I can recommend. I will think on it when we can meet again tomorrow. Are there any questions that any of you would ask of me?
Yeah, we're
Actually,
still
no,
gonna
wait,
talk,
wait,
mate.
I'm going. Wait, I need to go to the bathroom. When I come back, have questions for this person, because you're not gonna really get to talk with them again. So, well, maybe, but not for a while. So, all right, I'll be back. Have good questions, please.
I want to ask about Roland, probably.
I'm gonna ask the ring, like how I could use its power, or like if I should trust the dragon, or like how long trust the dragon, I guess.
Yeah. Because we don't really know anything about dragons now, do we?
Yeah.
Hmm. Who's spraying what?
That ain't me.
Brink?
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to take a antibiotic for the wisdom.
Oh, good. Oh, that was the sink.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just trying to decipher the noises.
So-
Oh, heavens.
Are you guys gonna recruit some?
You just cut out there hardcore.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Is Beatrix gonna like recruit some sort?
I think so. I hope to, I believe.
Yeah.
Should be interesting. Should be very interesting.
Yeah, I'm wondering what we're gonna encounter on the way there.
Nothing fun.
That's for sure.
Well, it depends on your idea of fun, but
I find giant monsters and people who raise themselves back from the dead very fun. It's gonna be a blast.
if you insist.
Listen, that Reeve guy, he just seemed misunderstood. And we did shove.
He is
we
a
did
redhead.
shove- Yeah, we did shove a stick of dynamite down his throat as a greeting.
No,
Well,
he disarmed you as a greeting.
Yeah.
And maybe that's his culture's way of being like, "Oh, howdy."
Sure.
I don't know about that one.
If that's what it was, then he wouldn't have either. And besides,
can-
swordsman culture doesn't vary much.
Fair enough.
Oh dear. Hmm. Mm.
What are your questions?
Hey, what else can you tell me about Roland? Or is that going to be a conversation just between you and me?
I can tell you a few things. He is a high-ranking member of an order of knights in a binary city far to the west.
Binary City, what's that?
Part underground, part upper ground. Part
Ah.
normal culture, part Depthgroveller.
That's pretty weird. Well, that's cool.
It is quite strange. Tellus is a fascinating city. Tellus. Tellus. But it would be a long journey. His order is fascinating, but it is hard to tell between hearsay and truth so far away. What other questions do you have of me?
Do you
Hey,
know
what do you...
exactly how strange that reef is?
Exactly how, what? Pardon my old ears.
Strange.
Very strange. I have heard some interesting rumors. Of course, it would be beyond the honor of a reeve to slaughter innocent villagers. I would never accuse of such a thing. But I know he will arrive soon in the city. Perhaps you can speak with him.
Is the city?
You've cut out, Brink.
Oh, sorry. Is the city? Are you implying that the city's?
You've cut out again.
Are you implying that the city's in danger?
I do not think the city is in any danger. I'm sure Reeve Lothier and his troops will provide any protection. And of course, what danger would another Reeve offer to us? We are all allies
enough.
underneath the goddess. Do you have any
Yeah,
more
mate, this one was
questions?
strange, though.
How?
He reincarnated without a ritual. Which... Or actually, I guess Mankar probably wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I'll say that.
That is doubly strange.
Multiple times. A watchman
Triply
put
strange.
a thunder weapon to his temple and fired it. He fell, but not for long. And then his entire upper half was blown to smithereens. His legs stood up and followed us. And by the time we reached the home of my friend Odegra and stayed there a while, he was back completely. Not a scratch.
While the rituals are very secret, I will admit that that is abnormal. I will see what I can find. You have convinced me. There is one you should seek to accompany you on your adventures. He is an interesting character. He lives in a cave on the eastern mountain. I shall give you directions as to his whereabouts. He was chosen to serve a purpose, and he has been waiting for a long time to serve such a purpose. Perhaps your group is said purpose. Go speak with him.
Thank you.
I have a few more things, of course, but ask your questions, and I will give you what assistance I can.
How far should I trust the warlock?
Oh. It depends what you wish and what their wishes are. I cannot... There are many legends and stories about such a warlock. It was said that he was doing dangerous magical experiments with life and magic, and that eventually the Empire sent an army of Reeves to defeat him. The stories diverge there whether the Emperor was successful, or if he merely sealed the danger away, to be awakened millennia later. I can tell you this. I can tell you nothing. If the legends are true, he's a maniacal, dangerous creature. But legends from thousands and thousands of years ago can hardly be trusted.
Well, if not just stories, they might be useful.
Perhaps. What other questions can I answer?
I ain't got none.
Then you must go. Well, as is tradition, and good luck, I shall present you 3 gifts. The first is the location of the man I spoke of earlier. The second, let me offer you these. He holds up a beautiful cloak, a beautiful long black cloak. It just it has a strange way about it, almost as if the light is like caught and held by the cloak. It doesn't reflect off of it in quite the right way. This is an old artifact that I've never found use for. Unfortunately, no one knows its name or what it does, but I have long been waiting for someone who can wear it. And it seems quite right going out with all of you. I've taken to calling it the Sojourner's Cloak, but it has no name. I hope it finds good use with all of you. And finally, I can offer you this. He holds up a long sword and places it in front of you. It's a very, very fine make. Not complicated in any way. Beautiful almost because of its simplicity. Just a perfect idea of a sword. As it's drawn, Lothario draws it, and the blade is a strange pale metal. The Moonlight Blade. Another item which has no specific or determined use as many artifacts are. But I believe it brings good luck and the well wishes of the goddess, and I know enemies have learned to fear it. The blade is sheathed. The blade, the cloak, and the man. May you be guided to Roland in all due time. Go now. I will bless you with the wishes of the goddess. Lead me to my reading. And he returns to his book.
Very well.
I'll kind of pick up the cloak and kind of be like, may the goddess be.
Rank?
What's up?
You cut out.
With the goddess be with you.
Okay.
You guys kind of quietly wade back through the pool, and are at the other side. He's given you, like, one of the aides rushes up and gives you a note, and it is the location of the man.
Okay.
All of you guys.
I was actually hoping to speak with him for a moment. Is
Yeah,
that
sure.
possible? Okay.
I can do that. All right.
Yeah, like Pendragon.
Yeah, I got you.
Hi.
Pendragon begin. And the Pendragoning is complete. Okay,
Cool beans.
so here we are. You guys, I think we have some stuff to do, but it's mostly city stuff. Are you guys still interested? Because here's the session go out in two ways. Way one is you basically get. Never mind. I take it back. I was gonna give you guys a choice, and I realized this is definitely the way it's gonna happen. So this whole bit of of tonight, and we won't go for another hour and a half, but we're going to basically like do some prep and anything you guys want to do in the city, and you'll probably leave Kieran for Tellus in the next episode. But
Okay.
what do you
So,
guys
like,
need
we
to do in the city? So
leave
first of
and
all,
arrive in the next episode, or
we'll talk about it. But first of all, you
Okay.
need to decide who gets what item from the priest. You might potentially want to meet with that guy. There's various people you could meet with and things you could do. What do you guys want to do? It's all up to you.
I say we figure out what these items do, and I kind of try on the cloak.
Alright. Yeah, you feel no noticeable difference. Again, it shimmers very strangely in the light. Sometimes the light should catch it and it doesn't, and sometimes it does when it shouldn't. But you don't feel any strange effects. It doesn't seem to like hide your presence at all. You have no idea what it does.
Does anybody else want to write on?
no. I, if no one objects, would like to take the moonlight under my hand.
I am no swordsman. You can do a lot better with it than I can.
Sure, mate. Sounds good to me.
I feel like it suits me.
Then who gets the cloak?
Do you want to try it on, Mankar?
I mean, my armor's probably going to rip through it, but, I mean, you just don't care.
That's a good point. Your spikes don't pierce it. It's made of a tougher material than you realize. But again, no like strange feeling.
Do the sleeves like cover up my hands or my
But
hand?
it does like naturally shift to like cover that up, even without
Oh.
you like trying to. It just seems like it naturally just moves to that spot.
I'll hold on to the cloak if nobody objects.
Sure thing.
Sounds good
The
to me.
Sojourner's Cloak, Sojourners, Sojourners means like journeyer's cloak. So we also need to visit that guy that he mentioned. He said he's on. Well, he gave us the directions. Is there anyone we should see? If there's any preparation we can do before we go, we probably should do it.
You and I should probably rise.
Ah, that sounds like a good idea. Nimue, do you have any connections in the city you could leverage? Or Mankar, do you know anybody? Or I guess you've never been here, huh?
Nah, I ain't never been here before.
I'll head over to my old and I'll kind of do quotations shop where I got that paralysis poison and prepare a bit.
Did I really give you like another vial of paralysis poison at your home?
No. I'm going to the shop where I got the first one. You remember
Oh,
I used
okay.
one on Targ in like episode 1?
Yeah.
See if I can get like a better deal. I'll
Alright.
also
You almost
if I
certainly
can, like,
got that on like the black market, just so you know.
yeah. I'll
Which
also
is-
stop by Peter too, I guess.
Alright. As people are heading off, Mankar, you're tapped on the shoulder. Hey, pal. How you doing?
Boy, where'd you go?
Just on taking a little walk, you know, doing what watchmen do.
Yeah, for a while, huh?
Yeah, I know. I like to see where things are. I haven't been to Kieran in a while. Hey,
Alright. Find anything cool?
I did indeed, and I could use your assistance if you don't mind.
Sure, I don't care.
Should we meet up after we've all done our tasks and meet that person that the priest wanted us to meet?
I think that's a good idea.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you all head off in your different directions. Well, pal, both of us are more acquainted with technology than these barbarians living in the Stone Age.
Something like that.
I was wondering if you could assist me with something, as we seem to be a reasonably good team, and in exchange, I'd be... Well, well, we can save that conversation till later. But, I have something well worth the value. Well worth it, I promise.
Alright.
Now, I need to break into somewhere. And, although I can, hide myself, that doesn't help with certain obstacles. And, you might have a better way of getting in than me. There's a mansion that some rich prick owns on the eastern side of town. It doesn't matter who. He's picked a very nice piece of technology, some sort of modern art statue. What a numbskull. I would appreciate any assistance with, getting a hold of it, as it were. You follow me?
What does it do?
Ah. Well, you may have heard of it. It's well, it's a good old something called a sniper rifle.
Oh,
Now,
I have heard of something like that.
it doesn't really fire projectile. Well, it doesn't really fire bullets as much. It more fires something known as a junk rifle. You can pack whole chunks of any random material, and as long as it's dense enough, you can fire near anything. At the speed enough, it'll punch through near anything. It's a pretty rare
Awesome.
piece, and it's being used as a sculpture. Alright, so if you have any, I have no idea how to get past the guards or the walls without making a real fuss. But I see a nice underground path, and I'm absolutely no sense of direction underground. You wouldn't mind
Well, let's
helping me
Go
out,
on
would you?
then.
Fantastic. So you and Ori are kind of moving through the back alleys. He's trying to find a sewer entrance, basically, so he can do that one part in Oblivion where you follow Boris at like the slowest pace ever.
Yeah.
Which is the worst part of the entire game. But sorry, it's like a little childhood bitterness there.
Yeah.
So he's trying to find that grate. Give me an insight check.
Alright. I don't think I have it typed up.
No worries. Take your time. Or I can just do it for you. Oh,
There.
You got it. All right.
21.
Man. As you're moving through, Ori is pretty distracted, just like looking through stuff. People are following you guys, and you can sense them.
Ori, I think we got a tail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you want to shake them? Move or let them know we know where they are?
Well, let's hit him with option 2.
Ori turns around and like pulls out a knife and just like throws it behind, just like thuds into a tree. There's probably 7 or so. They look like thugs, basically, nothing like trained or so. But they're kind of crouching. They've got like broken glass knives. One of them has like a rusty old short sword. These are bandits, thugs, pickpockets. All right, there. What are you doing? That's a lovely time. A little late in the evening. It's probably like 7 o'clock at night.
What did they say?
Give us all your cash. Give us all your colos now.
Crikey, my you guys stupid or something? Do we look like we're from around here?
Foreigners always carry cash. Give it up. We don't want to cause you any trouble.
Damn, you really are thick, huh?
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He like
I'm gonna
turns
produce
red
my
and brown
halberd.
a little bit. Let's see how stupid these people are. The lower the stupider. Okay.
Oh.
They look like a little nervous that you have like a full war halberd on you.
Glowing with strange text as well.
Oh jeez, yeah. We don't want any trouble. We'll get out of here now. Sorry.
Ah, bullshit.
They're like
Get back here.
They're starting to back off. Are you running after them?
No.
Yeah, they're backing off. They're backing off. Oh, that would have been a bloodbath on their behalf.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are. He lifts up a grate, that's kind of underneath some leaves. After you, my friend.
Ladies first.
Very funny. He hops in with a grin. Let's cut to Emma. So you and
Hello.
it's kind of late in the evening. You notice that a couple priests have been running around discreetly, and that there's someone a couple swordsmen run up to you. The Reeve would like to speak with you.
No, this is Lothier.
Lothier. Yes.
Lothier, yeah.
Let us escort you. They do
Indeed.
like the traditional salutes and stuff, and they go to the western mountain, where the eastern mountain, well, at the tops of both mountains seem to be like swordsman fortresses, but the west seems to be where the Reeve is, at least this evening. He's an older man. Still probably fences like at least a very high eighth, but some real experience. He is wearing a certain style of belt called frayed belt, which is basically a belt that's so old and notched it just is like a string around his waist. It's kind of a subtle implication of experience without being like, I killed this many people. It's just like, basically, I don't need to keep track anymore. He's an older guy, kind of graying. The wearing the hair and the ponytail is kind of swordsman style around Kieran, which is how he's wearing his hair. He's wearing the simple swordsman robe. He has a fine blade at his left hip. Draws and gives the salute. I am Reeve Lothier of the Ninth. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Sorry, I
You're good.
I forgot greetings for a moment. Beatrix Lecter of the Fifth. It is a great pleasure to meet you.
And your apprentice?
Yes, this is Sofia, the First.
Wonderful to meet both of you. I have heard there is need of an emergency promotion.
Yes.
Well, and I've heard rumors of Sofia's excellence. Let us see what we can do. Who's first? Well, I forgot. High ranks first, of course. I forget myself. There's about 50 or so swordsmen here, which is a small part of the garrison, clearly like Lothier's favored guard, of various ranks, so they can test you and stuff. And you can tell by the people he's picked that although Lothier is going to give you a chance for an emergency promotion, he's not going to play any favorites. He's picked some hard people. He wants you to earn your promotion. When you've interacted with him, Lothier has always seemed like a good man. He's kind of a classic swordsman, a little more easygoing. You can imagine him being pretty like obsessed with the sutras in his youth, but a little calmer now.
Yeah.
So you are testing for 6th at first. And that's the last honorable rank, and then you'll be Lord after that. You blast through the sutras. You've known them for a while. You just haven't had a chance to get a promotion in a bit. And the duels are just crushed. I mean, you have been on the road in combat. You know, you're ready to go. You can tell your wounds might slow you down once you get to higher testing, but right now, you've been ready to be 6th for a while. The Reeve knights you as 6th and asks the fabled question: are you ready? Would you like to test for another rank?
Next rank, please.
Very good. You get through the sutras of the 7th. A little harder, but just barely make it through. And then you get to the fencing. The first guy, he's out of practice. He's a little older, sly, but doesn't have your speed, and you beat him a safe 2-0. I guess it's best to 3, but I guess never mind. So that's not how it works. Yeah, 2-0. Clean points first one. The second guy is the fencing's a lot more tense. This person's also rising up pretty quickly, and you might have had a better fence with him, but you're wounded and slowing you down, and so the fence goes on for a bit. In the end, you do win, but not on clean points. 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, the last guy is a grizzled old 7th. Been there for a while. And this is going to be a close one. I want you to give me a roll in the Keep On Rolling chat.
All right. Anything particular? Am I adding my...
Nope, this is just like a general roll. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
You're exhausted from wounds and all the fencing you've done, like back to back to back to back. You get a quick point in, and then he just kind of gets downing you on technique. This person's ready to be an 8th easy, so it's just too much for you.
All right.
There's some honest salutes as people respect getting very, very close to a 7th.
Yeah.
But you're saluted for being a 6th, and then Sofia begins her challenge. We're gonna cut to Brink. Brink. So where are you
Yes.
heading? You want to head to the shop, right?
I'll actually kind of go to Peter first.
Yeah, you've given him some time to look at things. Yes. Nimue.
Hey man, I need to cut in real quick.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty late and I gotta be up early, so I think I'm gonna head out and we'll continue with the sewers
Next
sometime
time.
later.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, dude. I'll see you around.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna cut out in 15 minutes.
Let me finish.
I've got to be
Okay.
up at 8.
Let's
Good
just
session.
cut
Thank you,
here.
Nathan.
And
Yeah.
then we'll
Yeah.
stop. Okay. Bye. Bye, Cameron.
Bye.
We'll do post session with everyone else.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, dude.
So, Brink. We'll I think I can remember where everyone is. Cameron was going into the sewers because he wanted to steal something, the junk rifle. Brink, you wanted to meet with Peter to talk about research. Emma, Sophie was getting promoted. Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll start in
Yeah.
media res next time. Just for you two, we'll do a real quick post session and then I'll leave you all be. Bam. Give me a phrase real quick for what you thought that session was.
Kind of like, I don't know why I'm going to say cosmic, but I'm going to say cosmic.
Cosmic. Okay.
I have no idea why.
You're feeling cosmic. What do you think, Ems?
It's just amazing. I'm having an absolute blast.
I really like Etos a lot. It is such
It's
a
a lot
cool
of
world.
fun. There's a lot you can do with it.
Yeah, I love the lore and like how everyone's interacting and the different cultures and cities and monsters and it's cool. And then give me a favorite moment. It can be the same one as last time.
I did like meeting with the priest. I like the way he kind of talked. I always like those kind of mysterious more interactions.
I always love characters like that. What about you, Ems? Is the Strider moment still good?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, well, I'll leave you to head to bed. I'm guessing I'll let Brink do a little post session because I'm sure you have some questions for me.
I just have one thing to do actually for the post session. Or this is probably what I was going to do in a Pendragon moment.
All right. No problem.
I'll buzz off.
All right. Night, Ems. We'll see you guys
Good night,
next
Emma.
week. Bye.
Good night.